police always fuck me because of Maddie. So why should I be sorry? Why?
Cops. I like it.
And where we park.
I like it.
There is absolutely no way, and I'm convinced even more now, especially after spending so much time with Brueckner, that the McCanns have had nothing to do with this whatsoever. All the time I'm talking to him, I've got these secret glasses on, I've got this other implement that I can't tell you about that records sound and video. I've got this other, so I'm recording him from 4 different angles. Straight after that, they wrote to Jerry and Kate and said, we're not looking at a missing person anymore, we're investigating Madeleine's murder.
I will tell you. But we must talk about money first.
He has got no alibi. That's the one thing the German police have always been like really adamant about. He's got no alibi whatsoever. I am convinced that Christian Bruckner abducted Madeleine McCann. So many people say, like this lady, many people say that Christian possibly brought Madeleine to this house and had her under the cellar.
Yeah. Not the Maddie files, but any other files I have.
Do you remember the date that Madeleine went missing?
Oh, guck,
What year was it?
Ja gut, ich meine,
Come, let's go back to the year. What year was it?
kann er ja fragen. Also, die Frage ist,
it was 2007.
Yes, but Maddie fucks my life, you know. So why should I be sorry? She's fucking my life the whole time. I can't go out of the street. People think I killed Maddie. She's fucking my life.
Christian Bruckner is about to get arrested. And I think he's going to stand trial for the abduction and murder of Madeleine McCann.
You can now follow me on all my social media platforms to find out who my latest guest will be. And don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you're notified for when my next podcast goes live. And boom, we're on. And today's guest, we've got George Bamby. Georgie boy, how are we?
Yeah, not bad.
You've been on the show before, undercover journalist. For me, one of the best. You've done some amazing work, done some questionable work. But for me, this is your best work. Today is very powerful. It's going to show a lot, especially for the McCanns and other people who's maybe speculating, question marks. So many unanswered questions. With the Madeleine McCann case, you have now went undercover and met the man, the number one suspect, Christian Bruckner.
Christian Bruckner,
Face to face. You spent nearly a week with the man. Video footage that's going to really blow people's mind. Like, it is absolutely frightening. I've just sat with you there and watched every bit of it.
You've just watched 4 hours with me. It's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah, and you obviously says there's a lot more footage that you can't release yet. Why?
Well, I've not been involved with the police. The police have got their investigations, got the German police and the British police. And obviously, there's a certain amount of not trying to jeopardize a case, because obviously this is an ongoing investigation with Christian Bruckner. So there's certain things that I can say, certain things I can show, which I've shown you today. You've seen loads of stuff that other people aren't going to see. But I mean, the stuff that I've got with Bruckner, the undercover filming, is just absolute. It's just gold. I mean, it just shows him out to be what he is: an evil, violent, unpredictable, very, very dangerous individual.
Some of the stuff that he says on these videos is very concerning as well. I know you personally. I know you've retired. Why did you come out of retirement for this one?
Well, as you know, I've done loads of undercover jobs. I've done a lot of undercover jobs that people don't even know I've been involved in. I retired a few years ago, just chilling out, enjoying my life. The thing is, I watch your podcast quite a bit, and you get loads of guests on here that are always saying it was the McCanns that killed Madeleine. And that's one thing, and I've got to be honest with you, one thing that's like literally made me blood boil. There is absolutely no way, and I'm convinced even more now, especially after spending so much time with Brueckner, that the McCanns have had nothing to do with this whatsoever. And for all the shit that they've put up with online and all the trolls and all the comments, oh, it was the McCanns, is in the Red Shoe Club and all this shite. I mean, I feel so sorry for them. They basically made one of the biggest mistakes of their life, leaving their children unattended, and they've paid one of the biggest prices for it. But as far as I'm having anything to do with it, it's an absolute disgrace. It's a joke.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I've had detectives on, I've had police on saying the McCanns were involved, they were drugging the kids. They should never have left the kids no matter what, but they says the kid, Madeleine, died in the apartment and coming up for 20 years, and like you says, if it's not the McCanns that are owed a big apology, I will apologise, because I'm not here to target the McCanns, I never have been. I'm just there to try and find answers for one of the biggest.
They're owed a massive apology,
Yeah.
and they will be when all this comes out. I'm telling you now, this Christian Bruckner, when I was, I mean, I've got children the same age as what Madeleine would have been now. So obviously grown up with it, and like, you know, my son's grown up with it. It's been the biggest whodunit in the world. And it's had so much media attention and so much interest all over the globe. And, you know, are the answers ever going to come out? I think they are. And I think the German police and I think the British police, I think they're working very hard. They've been working very hard for years. And when I saw the TV come on one day, and that picture came up of Christian B, who's known as Christian Bruckner, I started shaking. And then I was thinking about that picture. Do you remember the picture with some guy carrying a child away with a big blotched face with all the spots and all the rest of it? And then I saw Christian Bruckner's picture and it just made me shudder, and I thought, you know what? I've got to go and fucking find this guy. I've not done this as a job. I'm not getting paid to come on your show. I've got offers off loads of TV companies and all the rest of it. I've not done this for money. I'm not interested in the money. I've wanted to do this because it's been so close to my heart, and I felt so bad for Jerry and Kate McCann, and obviously poor Madeleine. And, you know, I decided I was going to go and find this Bruckner, and I was going to go and speak to him, I was going to go and talk to him, and I was going to go and speak to all his friends. I basically just jumped in the car one day a couple of years ago. So I've been working on this for a couple of years. I went over to Germany, I went to visit loads of the properties where he stayed, the houses that he lived in, went to speak to people that knew him, his neighbours, his friends. And I thought, if I'm going to be undercover, I need to sort of, you know, have a reason to be undercover. So basically, I told them all I was a publisher and I write books and all the rest of it. And I was interested in writing a book for Christian when he came out of prison. So that was my undercover story. And as a result of going to Germany, I mean, I've been there like 7 or 8 times over the last couple of years. You know, a couple of weeks at a time. And I've spent probably about 30 grand of my own money doing this. Not done it for the monetary value. I've spent loads of my own money doing it. And the things that I was finding out about him were just absolutely ridiculous. He was in prison for raping this American woman. So he got 7.5 years in prison.
71-year-old.
Yeah. And he was released from prison about 3 months ago. When he came out of prison, the whole world's media wanted to find him. Everyone wanted to find him, but nobody could. So when he came out of the prison, what the press usually do, or paparazzi, as you know, I was the #1 pap in the country for 20 odd years. So I've done so many paparazzi jobs and how it all works. So basically, when he came out of prison, everyone was trying to follow him. But the police had a massive convoy of police vans and police cars behind where they were taking him. And they blocked all the roads off, they blocked the motorways off, they blocked everything off to get him out of the area so they could get him away so nobody could follow him and find out where he was actually staying. They got some pictures of him outside McDonald's having a burger, and then they blocked all the roads off, and that was him gone. No one could find him. The whole world's media was looking for him. And I thought, fuck it, right, I'm going to go and find him. So I went to Germany, and it was the hardest thing that I've ever done. It's like literally trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'm trying to find Christian Bruckner in Germany, a country that's probably about 10 times the size of the UK. Where'd you start? Jumped on the ferry at the Eurotunnel, headed for Germany, and just started fucking asking questions and narrowing it down. So I think the third to the last time that I went over, I got there was a picture in the Sun newspaper of a mobile telephone shop, and he'd been in that shop to get a phone, and no one knew where the shop was. So I looked at the picture, I studied it. There was loads of little clues that we look for in pictures and stuff. Anyway, I managed to work out where this phone shop was, and this hundreds of thousands of them in Germany. I mean, there's 50 in every little town, do you know what I mean? So I got to this place called Neomunster, and I went into the shop and I spoke to the guy, and I knew it was local to that area. So then I started asking around, showing his picture. No one knew where he was. I was there for about 4 or 5 days. I was checking out everywhere. I knew he used to live in garden allotments. He used to live in huts. He used to, I've checked out all the homeless places everywhere. I couldn't find him. Anyway, about 4 days later, I got a tip from one of the locals to say that he was at this house. So I zoomed straight round to the house and I thought, right, I've got him. I know where he is. I went round to the house with the idea of just sitting outside, looking out for him, waiting for him to come out and all the rest of it so I could approach him in the street or whatever. And as I turned up, there's about 20 police cars there, loads and loads of coppers, German police, and they were literally walking him out of the house. I've got loads of pictures and videos that I've obviously, given to you.
We'll put them up now, some photos and stuff.
Yeah. So you see him walking out of the house with the police, put him in the back of a van, and he's gone again. Blocked all the road off, no one could follow him. He was going to a new town, new city, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Got to start the whole journey again. So, got a bit disheartened, so I went home. Anyway, sat home for a couple of weeks and I thought, I can't sleep. I mean, this has been so close to my heart, I just couldn't sleep. So I said to the missus, I'm fucking going back to Germany. I'm going to find him if it kills me. Went back to Germany again. Another 2 weeks, couldn't find him. But I got some really good clues. And then I came home, I went back the third time, and I just started, I got an idea of this place where he might be. And through some of the investigation I'd done earlier on, I knew where he had a couple of people that he knew in a certain area. So I headed to this area. I got there, just started talking to people, started speaking to people, sitting outside the police station, because I thought, he's got 24 hours surveillance with the police following him all the time. So I thought, the police have got to change shifts. So if they're going to change shifts, wait outside, find out where there's like 4 or 5 police vans that are going to go out every 8 hours and swap shifts with the other shift or whatever. So I followed all these police vans, kept doing that. Anyway, I narrowed it down to a little area. So pulled up, and it was this massive park, and there was a homeless hostel there. And I thought, he's in the homeless hostel. So I'm sat there in my car, and I'm thinking, I've got to wait for him to come out, I've got to wait for him to come out. And just as I said that to myself, he literally walked past the front of my car with a mask on and a COVID mask, even though COVID's all finished or whatever. Obviously, it was his way of hiding his identity. I was like, fucking hell, he's literally just walked in front of me. So I got out the car discreetly, followed him, walked, and he went down into this park. So he goes into this park, and there's fucking children's playground there. Women walking the dogs, blokes jogging round, women walking back from school with the kids and all this. And he's just literally sat on a bench. People are just walking past, not knowing who he is and all this. So I've walked down, and where he's sat on the bench, I thought, I'm not going to spook him. I'm going to watch him because I want to know where he's staying. Because otherwise, if I go and talk to him and he fucks off, I'm never going to find him again. So I went to the other side of the park and just watched him. And where the park was, it was like a triangle. So I thought, I'm just going to watch where he goes. So from a distance, took loads of photos and that. From a distance, I saw him walking down the triangle. So I got on this point, and he started walking down this point of the triangle. There was only one path that went like that. So I walked round this way, expecting to meet him. And got round to the other corner of the triangle. He didn't, I couldn't see him. I thought, where the fuck's he gone? Where is he? And totally disappeared. So I'm like, get out. And in the middle of this triangle was a load of trees and bushes and stuff. So I'd been doing this surveillance for like 6 or 7 hours, and I was absolutely bursting for a piss or whatever. So I thought, I'll go back to the car. And as I walked past to the car, I just looked on the left-hand side, and through the bushes, I could see this blue tent. Thought, he's fucking staying in a tent. He's in a field. He's in a children's park in the bushes, staying in a tent. I was like, I went around the other side, looked through, with binoculars out and all that, and I saw him fidgeting about, and thought, he's fucking staying in the tent, he's staying in the tent.
I'm just going to put that video up of you from the play park to the tent so people can get a rough idea how close he is to children.
This is the children's play area, and 12 yards to the left, if you look under the trees, you'll see a blue thing, That is Christian Bruckner's tent. That is where he's staying. Literally 15 yards from a school playground. Right. This is where Christian Bruckner is staying in Germany. He's in a bush in the middle of a field. There's a children's playground 15 yards over that way, and his tent's inside. Come on, come on, come on. This is Christian's tent. This is where he's staying. Got some videos of it. So I'm going to wait and get some photographs when he comes back and gets in his tent to show you where he's staying. He's literally 15, 20 yards from a children's playground in the bushes. There's women walking past jogging, children walking past with their families on the way to school. And this guy is a convicted paedophile, convicted rapist, and is the major suspect in the Madeleine McCann murder. And he's literally, if you turn the camera around, he's literally next to a path. And this path here is where people walk up and down. If you can look over to the left, you'll see a lady who's casually walking down the field, and she has no idea that she's walking next to a convicted rapist, literally 10 metres away. This is Christian Bruckner's tent. He's sleeping in a field in a bush about 10-15 yards from a children's playground. This is inside his tent. This is the inside of Christian Bruckner's tent. He has a little bag which he was photographed with, his clothes, drinks, coffee, another bag, and this is his bed. I mean, this is one thing that just really horrified me. If you're looking at the picture now, you can see the tent's there, the children's playground there, literally 15 metres away. And that's where he was sleeping. And right next to the tent, it was only like 5 foot in from the bushes, there was a path. I was just stood there, I was watching, there's women jogging past in like lycra pants and all this, and you know, people walking the dogs and kids walking past with the footballs and all this sort of stuff. And they're literally walking 10 feet away from a convicted paedophile and a convicted rapist that was literally in a tent, like literally 5 metres from where they were, right? With the zip open on the top of the tent, looking out, drinking cans of beer and all this. I thought, fucking hell, this ain't right. So I left it for a bit, and then I thought, do you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to go in. So I went into the bushes and I thought, I've got to be a bit careful, because I mean, you know, this guy, potentially a murderer, so I had to be a little bit careful. So I went in the bush, I'm like, Christian, he's got up, he's run off, he's like, "Rrr." I'm going, Christian, you can show the video that I've showed you. Christian, I only want to talk to you, that's it. I'm not going to cause you any harm. I just want to talk to you. That's all I want to do, Christian. So I'm just saying, Christian, I just want to talk to you. Just speak to me. I'm not going to cause you any harm. I just want to speak to you. Just talk to me, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, comes running out the other side of the bushes and shouts to police. And I didn't realise, but there was loads of police sort of circled around the park in cars and all the rest of it. And they were all watching him. And that's when I realised they were doing constant surveillance on him all the time.
That shows you how much a danger he is.
Well, it is, yeah, because he's just done 7.5 years in prison. And then they've released him. They put a GPS tag on him, so they know where he is. But he's got literally 8 to 12 police officers 24/7 around the clock, working in 8-hour shifts, just literally watching him all the time. And if he comes out of the bushes and walks down the road, you've got 2 coppers that walk behind on foot, you've got 2 on scooters, you've got another 2 in cars. I mean, they're literally just surveilling him everywhere he goes. And I thought this was for his protection because, you know, if someone saw him and knew what he'd been accused of, they'd kick the shit out of him in the middle of the street.
Which is rightly so.
Yeah, it is rightly so, yeah. So, but it wasn't. It was also and mainly for the protection of everybody else, because they know what a dangerous guy this is. And they realise that once he'd been released, if they release him and they wasn't keeping an eye on him, if he committed another offence, which he's very likely to do, the police, they would have been in so much shit. So they were just constantly surveilling him all the time. Anyway, I've got in my car, gone around the other side, and I've got myself a good vantage point where I can see where he's coming in and out of the tent and all this. And he came out of the tent, walked down the path in the park, literally right next to the children's play park. There was kids in the park and my fucking blood was boiling. Literally, my blood was boiling. I mean, there was a little girl in the park, that blonde hair, 5 or 6 years old. There was a couple of young lads that were only 5 or 6. The mum's there and all, and I'm like, they've got no idea, literally, who's walked past them 5 foot away from them. Got no idea. So anyway, he's come out and he's got on the main road. Now he's come on the main road, I'm literally parked there and I thought, fuck it. I'm going to jump out and just speak to him in the street. So I had these glasses that record stuff, so I've got all the cameras all fucking set up and all this. And he's come walking down the road, and I've literally just jumped out the car and I've gone, Christian, just talk to me, you know, I want to speak to you and all this and blah, blah. I'm not going to hurt you, and all this. And he's going, no, you can't come to my tent. You know, I thought you was a criminal. I thought you thought I was a fucking criminal. You're the fucking criminal, not me. But I thought I can't be too heavy on him because I wanted to get him to speak to me. So I said to him, you know, did you kill Madeleine? He's not going to turn around and go, oh yeah, I did. I fucking buried her in such a place or what. I'm like, look, just talk to me. And he's like, oh, you need to speak to my solicitor and all this. And he's fucking going on and on and on. I said, Christian, just talk. You know, what have you got to say to Jerry and Kate? You must have something to say to them. They've lost their poor daughter. I've got nothing to say to them. Absolutely nothing. And I'm like, that's not the sort of thing that someone would say. They would say, surely, you know, if that was me and I'd been accused of something like that, I'd be like, it was nothing to do with me. I feel really sorry for her parents, but it was fuck all to do with me. You won't go, I've got nothing to say to them, fucking nothing to say to them. But I'm not going to ask you any questions that you're going to answer that's going to get you in any trouble. I just want to talk to you.
First, please talk to my lawyer. He said to me it's not good for me to give any interview right now.
Yeah, but
in the future maybe, but not at the moment.
Listen, I'll go back to England and I'll leave you alone. But I've come over here, all I wanted to do was just talk to you and tell me, like, did you kill Madeleine?
But that's not a good idea to stay on my tent.
No.
That's not a good idea.
No, we won't go...
When I saw you, I thought they're criminals or whatever.
We won't go near the tent again, I promise.
Okay, I have no time right now.
Okay, but can I ask you a question? Can you just tell me, do you know what happened to Madeleine? You don't have to say you were involved. Do you know what happened to her?
I have absolutely nothing to do with it. Absolutely.
But you were in Prada Luge. Your phone was on the mast. You robbed the apartments that she was in.
Who say that this was my phone? But listen, please contact Mr. Marquardt. Yes.
Well,
when he say it's okay, then we will talk.
I've been speaking with Fulcher.
Yes.
Yeah, and I said I'd do an interview with you, and Fulcher said you didn't want to do one.
Exactly.
I mean, the whole world wants to know what's happened to Madeleine. You've got Jerry McCann and Kate McCann, her mum and dad, that have, for the last 20 years, they've been heartbroken about what's happened. They've been heartbroken. They want to know what's happened to their daughter.
I have nothing to say to that.
Right.
Really, nothing.
Are you worried? Are you worried that people are after you, like a paedophile ring? Are you worried about your safety, about people coming after you? Did you take Madeleine? Yeah?
That's why I'm living hidden in a tree.
Okay, well I won't tell anybody where you're staying, you have my word.
I'm moving anyway.
I'm a professional. All I want to do is speak to you about Madeleine and find out what's happened. Your phone went off 4 minutes. You lived 4 minutes away from where she was. You robbed all the apartments.
Who say I was living there?
No, you were living 4 minutes away from Prada Luge.
Bullshit. Who said that?
Well, the police have confirmed it, that you live in...
confirmed it. I was living in a van, man.
Yeah, but 4 minutes away from where she went missing.
Come on.
So what about the USB sticks that they found?
Come on, you see, you make really stupid questions to me. First, please...
They're not stupid questions.
Really stupid questions to me. First, please.
They're not stupid questions. You're a convicted paedophile
Okay.
and a convicted rapist. They're not stupid questions.
Okay.
No, Christian, stop. Okay, I won't ask you any more about Madeleine.
Let's go.
Christian, I won't ask you any more about Madeleine.
They are cops.
Okay.
I just have to say something, and they
Yeah, no, I won't say anything about Madeleine.
leave me alone,
Do
please.
you fancy having a coffee and we can sit down?
Leave me alone. Your questions.
Okay, I won't ask any more questions about Madeleine. Okay, I leave you alone now.
Good idea.
Okay, thank you for talking. Thank you.
What were you thinking then when you asked him that?
Well, the first time I asked him, I mean, the hair stood up on the back of my head when he started saying that he had nothing to say to Jeremy and the aggression that he showed and all the rest of it, because I thought, fucking hell, you know when you know someone's got someone to hide? So, anyway, I started pushing him a bit more. I said, look, let's just sit down and have a chat and all that. No, you need to speak to my solicitor. I said, I fucking tried your solicitors and all the rest of it. They won't get back to me. I've tried to do it the nice way. That's why I've jumped out in the fucking street. Just talk. No. And then he calls the police and he goes, "Rah!" And all the police come jumping out the car because he put his hand in the air. So I thought, oh, fuck this. So I did one. I got back in my motor. I said, right, I'll leave you alone. And then I got in my car and I went.
And that's that footage of you walking along the road with him and saying, I think it's best you leave me alone because the police were there.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. Yeah, so I've jumped back in the car and I thought I'm going to get out of here because I don't want the police pulling me in, and because the privacy laws in Germany are so much different. You can't photograph anyone in Germany or video them without their permission, and you certainly can't covertly film anyone without the permission. It's a criminal offence.
Just for anybody listening, we've got the footage of Christian, of you walking and talking with him for the few days. For any listeners, it's best to look on Spotify or YouTube because you'll see the footage there, just in case you're just listening and not seeing the actual footage.
Yeah, all the videos tell an amazing story. So anyway, all this has sort of happened. I thought there's no way he's going to sit down and have a chat with me. So, I'm like, right, I need to have another go. So I just got to keep being persistent. Anyway, the next day they moved him out of the tented area in the park because I said to the police, what the fuck is he doing next to a children's playground? It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. So they moved him. He went somewhere else. Couldn't find home again. So I thought, fuck it, I'm not going home. I'm going to find him again. So I found him again. And he'd moved into a little apartment somewhere. And I just managed to get the address. So turned up at the apartment. And as I've turned up there, I'm sat in the car. And these guys come and circle the car. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And they're like, who are you? And I went, oh, I'm an investigative journalist. I'm working on the Brueckner thing. And they were like, I'm like, who are you? And they're like, we're Hell's Angels from Hanover. We're going to fucking kill him. And I was like, whoa. And they go, where's he staying? And I knew the flat he was in. I was like, I couldn't tell him where he was. Because, they had fucking crowbars and all sorts. So they just burst through the door and killed him. They were threatening to stick steel bars up his arse and fucking all sorts of stuff. And I was like, whoa, this is getting really heavy. And I was getting really fucking worried, you know what I mean?
Yeah, with the footage I've seen, though, he would have probably enjoyed that.
Yeah,
and people will understand that in a few minutes.
You'll understand that
through the interview.
In a few minutes. Yeah. That video I showed you
It was
earlier with the car.
disgusting, yeah.
Unbelievable. So basically, I've literally had to have a bit of professionalism. Is a certain amount of duty of care to him, which, even though I tried to smash his fucking face in because he's a rapist, he's a horrible person, I had to be professional. It was really fucking hard. Anyway, so I swerved these guys out of the place. Anyway, it turns out he wasn't even in this apartment that they thought he was. But then I got an address for another apartment. I spoke to a friend of his that I'd a couple of years before that I'd met, and I just said, look, just get hold of him and tell him I want to talk to him and I want to speak to him and I want to help him write a book. Because he's been to see the prosecutor and he says it's all a load of shit, it's nothing to do with Madeleine and all the rest of it. I'll write a book for him and he can clear his name and, tell me what's been going on and tell me the truth, give me the evidence that he's not abducted Madeleine and all this. Right, I've just spoke to Christian Bruckner. I'm picking him up tomorrow. He's agreed to meet me. Can't believe it. He wants to write a book, and that is my cover story. I've told him I can help him. So let's go from there and see how we get on. Anyway, came back to me and said, right, he'll have a chat with you. But he wants paying. So I'm like, fucking hell, I can't pay him. I can't pay him anything. Convicted paedophile, rapist, potential murderer of Madeleine McCann and all the rest of it. I thought, I can't give him a penny. It's illegal for a start in Germany. So I thought, well, how am I going to play this? So I got back and I said, right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll meet up with him. Yeah. for a couple of days. We'll have a chat. He can tell me a bit of his story and what he wants to do and how he wants to work with me and all the rest of it. And this was on the Saturday. I spent a couple of days together. And I said then, on the Monday when the bank's open, I'll get him loads of euros out and I'll pay him on the Monday to sit down and do a proper interview with me. So that's the way that I played it. So it's like, yeah. He said, oh, you can get euros out of the machine. And I said, listen, I can't get fucking money out, the amount that you want, until Monday, till the bank's open. So you're not getting anything until Monday. So let's spend a couple of days and we'll just have a chat. So anyway, gave me his phone number and all the rest of it. Then he started WhatsApping me and started ringing me on WhatsApp and all this shit or whatever. And then he messaged me and said, pick me up in the morning, 10:30. Pick me up and we'll go for a drive. We'll go to one of my friends' farms, which is quite a way out of the town. So I said, yeah, all right, sounds. So I'm like, fucking hell, he's agreed to meet up with me. Brilliant, I can talk to him.
What are you thinking though? Because he is a dangerous man. He's very, I wouldn't say he was smart. He comes across as if he's clever. He's obviously stupid. Yeah. That's their downfall, these fucking nonsense. But what are you thinking meeting the man who's the #1 suspect of the Madeleine McCann case?
My arse was twitching. Really was. I mean, I've met some of the most dangerous people in the world. I've worked on jobs where I have, been worried about my safety. But picking him up in a car on my own with him, I thought he could fucking stab me, he could shoot, he could do anything. You know what I mean? Fucking rape me, he could do anything. You know what I mean? So I am really worried. So the next morning I've turned up. 10:30, and he's given me the address, sent it me on WhatsApp. So I've turned up with a pinpoint, waited outside. I messaged him, I said, right, I'm outside. He come running outside, scuttling out the front, got in the car. You can see the video when he gets in the car and he goes, right, come on, let's go. And I'm like, where? And I'm like, fucking hell. So I start driving. He's going, just go. And I said, what? And he goes, the police are going to follow us. Let's go. They're not here. I've snuck out the side door and they're all in the back of the garden doing surveillance or whatever, waiting for him to come out. So I'm driving down the road, and then after a couple of minutes I'm thinking, well, fucking, I'm driving away here, and I've got away from the police with him, so it's just me and him. And I'm like, fucking hell. Didn't know where to go, so I just said, oh, should we just go for a McDonald's? Are you hungry?
Yeah, it's English, it's the other way round. How you doing? All right?
Oh, still alive, thank you.
Just. You've been worried.
Cops are following us.
Where are the cops?
Yeah, I'm wondering now what they're doing because they don't know that you are here.
Where were they parked?
Behind the house. To see where I go. When I leave the house, they see me straight away.
They follow you?
Yeah, they follow me, but now they don't know where I am.
So, how do they not know where you are? I thought you had a tracker on, like a tag. So they must be able to look and see where you are. Well, so will they follow us now?
No, because now they don't know where I am. They must ask, I think, first in the station.
Oh, right, I see. So later, they say, where is he? And they look, and then they come. All the time?
All the time.
Surely is that allowed all the time?
All the time.
Surely is that allowed? Are they allowed to do that?
Yes, I think.
Do you want to put a baseball cap on, or are you alright?
No. Sometimes they follow with 3 cars.
It must be hard walking round with everybody. Which way shall I go? Let's go to a McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Which way? Right or left?
Best U-turn.
Well, I don't want to do a U-turn. The police aren't there. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Take me to the nearest McDonald's.
One possibility is McDonald's on Packhoff Passage in Braunschweig. Less than a half mile to your east, and it gets 60% positive ratings. Does that one sound good?
Yes.
Getting directions to McDonald's.
I think you must go left.
Starting route to McDonald's.
Yeah, left.
Head east on Sonnenstrasse, then take the first left onto Guldenstrasse.
So, yeah, eventually we get to meet. I said to you before, there's no need to worry about me. I'm not a policeman. I used to be a paparazzi. I was the number one in the country. And then I started working undercover doing shit in the prisons and shit with George Bamby and stuff. Did you see that?
No, I don't know what it is, but I know about it. I didn't see.
So basically I went to the prison. It's the UK's most dangerous prisoner. And I tried to get him out of prison.
Right 2 lanes to turn right. Then take the first right onto Langstrasse.
I tried to get him out of prison, and they wouldn't let me visit him in the prison. So I pretended I was his son, so they would let me visit. So then when I visited, I used to take things out, pictures, transcripts, and he wrote loads of books and everything. I was used to get all the paperwork, because they wouldn't let him write anything, they wouldn't let him print anything, they wouldn't let him draw anything and sell it, nothing. So for 6 years we had a relationship. But then, last year, I got arrested by the police myself in England. And I got charged with perverting the course of justice, which they were saying, I went to the parole hearing, saying I was his son, and he should be let out and all the rest of it, so I perverted the course of justice. I don't know if you have that over here. And then also fraud by false representation. Because I went on television.
Turn right.
I went on television and charged a TV show £3,000 to do an interview with me to say that he was my dad. 12 months now. 3 months bail, 3 months bail, 3 months bail, 12 months now. 3 months bail, 3 months bail, 3 months bail, and now I've just been bailed again until the 30th of March. Because I'm waiting. The police done all their investigation. And now,
turn right onto Schuppenstedterstrasse.
I'm waiting for the prosecution service to decide if they're going to take it any further. Before that, I was a paparazzi for years. I made loads of money. Now, I mean, I've had my own television shows you've probably seen online.
No.
I'll show you on my phone in a minute. So I had 2 TV series in England. I got paid good money, and I bought lots of properties and stuff, and now I'm retired, and now I just do mad shit, like picking Christian Bruckner up in fucking Braunschweig and taking him to McDonald's.
First in Kiel, it wasn't the best meeting.
I know, but the problem was, I had no contact with you then, and I didn't really sort of know you, so when you walked past, I just had to jump out, and I was like, whoa, tell me what's happening with Madeleine and all this.
Absolutely wrong.
Yeah, but I only had like 10 seconds to talk to you, and I knew that. That's why I just jumped out and fucking said that.
No, no. Because at this time, I was searching for somebody who really likes to talk to me. But not in this way, you know.
Yeah.
But okay, it's history.
Yeah, well it is, it's in the past.
But I saw your car before in Kiel, and I because you can hear your car, and I saw the number plate, I said to myself, oh, English.
Oh right, yeah.
I don't know which McDonald's.
Just take a look at the sat nav. Have you eaten? Have you eaten food?
No,
You're hungry?
not yet. Yeah, I'm hungry, yeah, that's fine, that's good.
After
we go to Rainer, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we'll go to Reiner's.
Yeah.
Do you get on okay with Reiner?
Oh, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, you can trust Reiner.
Yes.
He's alright.
He talks a lot.
Fucking hell, he can talk a glass eye to sleep.
And his English is very good.
Yeah.
You must be crazy with him.
Hear me. That's all he says, isn't it? Hear me. George, hear me, George.
Yeah, but I like him because he likes animals.
Yeah.
You see all this.
Well, I've got animals at my house.
Yeah.
I've got sheep, cows, pigs, yeah.
At the light, turn right onto
Like bacon. Like bacon.
You don't eat them, huh?
At the next light, turn right.
You eat your animals?
No, not mine.
No, okay.
No. Ours are pets.
Yeah, good.
Farm.
Good.
I'll go to the shop for bacon.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't kill my own animal.
Yeah. Because
Can you imagine killing something?
No, man. They have names. You catalyze them and then you eat them. No way.
I'm not sure I could kill one anyway.
No.
It would be, it'd be like your family dog.
At the light, turn right onto Steinway.
It'd be like killing your family dog, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Have you had dogs?
They died, yes. No, one of them died. The other one I don't know, just a small one.
Oh?
Small one.
How old was the big one when it died?
10.
Oh, I bet that was...
Too young. Too young.
Why did it die?
He had cancer.
Oh, God.
I had to go to the doctor and he gave the injection. Here in Braunschweig. I can show you the... Tolan is his name.
You saw my dog yesterday, day before, my small dog.
Yeah.
Before, I had another one, 15 years old.
Oh.
He had a brain tumour.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died of the brain tumour. So is the police not following us now?
They don't know where I am. Because I left the house, jumped in your car and we go. Otherwise they would follow me when I walk around or with a bicycle.
So what would happen, like, say if you wanted to leave Germany?
Oh, let's go.
Could you?
Stay in the left lane.
Let's go.
So if you went over the border...
I have no idea what they do then.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Marstal.
Yeah, but you've got... Because that tag you've got... I thought it says in the paper that tag stops working if you go out of Germany.
Yes, they say, but I don't know if it's true or not.
Can you cut it off?
I could, if I want.
Does it tell them if you cut it off?
Yeah, sure.
Tell them straight away?
I have no idea. Maybe they start to call me to ask if everything is okay, but hey, when the cops following me around, I can't take it off and run away. I can't.
Because they'll know, obviously. So what is your idea? Do you want to get out of Germany?
Why?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying what I've read in the newspapers and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why they write things like that.
They write all sorts of shit in the paper.
I'm getting my money from the German government. Right, I do that.
But are you not worried?
I do that.
But are you not worried that the British police are going to try and extradite you back to England?
No.
Why?
For what reason?
Well, they say that the German police say they've got evidence.
Yeah.
Killed Madeleine.
Yes, please show me them. Show me the evidence.
Well, do you know what evidence they got?
The prosecutor said that they have nothing.
Turn left onto Marstal.
Well, you say that. Do you remember when you had that property where you buried the dog?
Yes.
And underneath was all the USB sticks.
The lie.
Yeah, but the prosecution, they have... How far is it here? We don't want to be getting out and walking around, do we?
Take the first left.
No. The prosecution, they have said, they've told Madeleine's parents, Madeleine McCann's parents, that she's dead. And they have proof that she's dead. Yeah? They also have said to the British police, they have proof that you are the one that took her.
Yes, but where are they proofs?
Well, apparently they've got like videos and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Hey, you're totally wrong.
I know, McDonald's is just there on the corner.
Okay.
I stayed at this hotel. We don't want to walk there, do we?
You stay in this hotel, yeah?
No, I stayed here last time. This is where the McDonald's is, I think.
Can't go there.
No, but...
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Go on.
Oh shit, it's
Yes,
fucking barrier. Yeah. Oh, where the fuck has it brought us here, man? Yeah, it's brought us to the fucking wrong. I want to go to a drive-through McDonald's. Let me just Google it, I'll have a look.
I know another one.
Well, you should have said.
Yeah, I told you, but you said
okay.
no, we go there. When I said we must turn around. Frankfurter Straße.
Right, you're going to show me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just point. I'll turn the sat nav off. En route. Right.
Because this is the way to Rheina already.
Okay, right, listen, so you know, no problem. Hey Siri, turn off my phone.
Just to confirm, you want to power up this device?
Yes. Right, my phone's off, so we can talk. Don't worry about speaking to me.
Right. Right.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, there are many close.
So, yeah, you know that Hans Christian Wolters?
Yeah.
He says he's definitely got video footage of Madeleine dead. And
fucking bastard.
And he's definitely got evidence of you.
Yes.
And the problem that they have
Yes.
is the evidence that they got was obtained illegally, and they can't use it in court.
This is bullshit. Bullshit. When we talk about...
Which way?
Yeah, you can only go this way. This is very strange here. I've never been here. Where are we?
I've no idea. I'm in a strange country.
The city is really not a nice city. Okay, so try to go left. We must go out from this Orion. I think I know where we are. Left, you must go left. I have very good lawyers now. So,
Yeah, well, that's good.
which means they can't fake any evidence
Yeah, that's good.
what they did. But
What,
now
what you did, or what they did.
they faked evidence, the BKA. But now they can't because they know, Mr. Marquardt,
Which way?
you must go right, you must go this way, they say. Because you can't go there, you can't go there, you must go right. Bienenverkehr.
Oh, that's got them.
Yes, but there's no parking.
Yeah. So listen, let me tell you something. Right? It makes no difference to me whether you were booked in Madeleine or you didn't have booked Madeleine. It's not my family, it's nothing to do with me. So, it's, like I say, it doesn't matter to me whatsoever. You can talk to me. But if we're going to talk about helping each other and working with each other, then let's do it and have some trust. Yeah? We need to trust each other though, don't we?
I think you will be a bit disappointed when I start to tell my story. Braunschweiger Zeitung. It's a newspaper. Fuck.
What is it? Which way?
Wait, right, you go right, please. Yeah, because I don't know this place. Braunschweiger Zeitung.
What's the...
Yeah, because I don't know this place. Braunschweiger Zeitung.
What's Prada Luge? What's Prada Luge like? Is it a nice place or shit place or?
Prada Luge?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know this village much. I don't know it because I've never been there for I think it's a nice city and a nice little town. But when I went out in the evening, I went to Lagos always. We must turn around.
That way?
Yes.
So when you used to rob all the apartments, you used to burgle.
I've never said that I did it. Other people say that I did it. I never said that I did it.
Well, there was loads of burglaries went on in that area, weren't there?
Oh, surprise. It's a touristic area, and in any country you see where the tourists are, they are the burglars, or how do you say burglars?
Yeah, but like, even Toto and all the rest of them all said that you told them that you'd done it, that you'd been burgling houses and stuff in the same resort where Madeleine went missing.
What? Yes, that's what I said to them. Yes, I said, okay, I was exactly in this place. I was burgling. Come on, how can you believe this?
Oh no, I'm not bothered. It doesn't bother me anyway. I'm just talking about what I've heard. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything to upset you.
No.
If I say anything to upset you,
there's no proof that I did it. I was never catched by the police. There's nothing. It's just some people talk.
So why are the police saying you did it 100%, and why have you got 24-hour police surveillance on you all the time?
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the part of the story.
Part of what story?
The story I will tell you, but not now.
Oh, okay.
We try to find the McDonald's.
Yeah.
So this must be Zeller Straße, I think. We go straight and then front we go left.
Yeah. Right, listen, before we go and see Rainer, just me and you, right, cross my heart, hope to die, never ever repeat this ever again in my life, on my son's life, right? Just me and you, man to man. Did you have anything to do with it? Did you have anything to do with Madeleine's disappearance?
But you know his answer already. Of course not. This is my answer. But you know his answer already. Of course not. This is my answer. All the time. Of course not.
You must have had something to do with it. You must have.
Why?
Well, just all the evidence, all the police.
Which evidence? There is nothing. And when one say there are videos or photographs, he is a big liar. And for this, I beg you, really, we fuck him. Let us fuck this prosecutor. I can't believe that he is still working. He destroyed the life of a human, and everything is okay, or what? Okay, well, we have two choices now. Go left, please. Left. We go to Frankfurter Straße. That's okay.
Is it a drive-through?
Yeah. Also, yes.
Yeah, gotcha. Because it's better people don't see us.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Yeah.
So, with the woman that you got sent to prison for when you got accused of raping the woman, did you hold your hands up? Did you do that? That's what he was in prison for last time, wasn't it?
Listen. Our relationship is give and take.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I have only one thing is important in my life. Of course, I wasn't raping this woman. And there are evidences in the files that I can't be this guy. And the only thing I want to do in my life, I want to inform the people that it wasn't me, and I will show the files and everything. I will write a book. Right now, always right. I will write a book about it. I need your support.
Yeah, well, I've driven here to come and support you.
Because
listen to you.
The whole world knows me as a rapist of an old woman. And this was not only a rape, this was really torture. But it wasn't me, and I can prove that it wasn't me. My lawyers, they believe, they know that it wasn't me. They tried already 3 times to get a retrial, but the courts say no. So we have one more chance with something maybe, and it must be clear in the whole world. They must know that I wasn't this. When you help me with this, I help you with this. When you help me with this, I help you with everything you want.
Okay. So, when you just said the whole world knows you as a rapist,
yeah.
The problem that you've got as well, whether it's happened or not, everybody also knows or presumes that you're a paedophile and a child murderer and a child killer.
Exactly, yes. How is it possible? Man, I'm a pedophile and I'm raping an old woman. I mean, there are two, how do you say, keys?
Two totally different...
Two keys between. Wait, go, it's green.
Yeah, but can I answer this question?
Yes.
Right, so there's one of the top professors in the UK, this is why I've been interested, the top professor in the UK, and he says that you are, you know, like when you get rapists or paedophiles, yeah, in like the, you know, the 1% or whatever it is, yeah, 1 in 1,000 or whatever, yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
Say 1 in 1,000 people. What this major professor is saying is, when you get 1 in 1,000 paedophiles, if you're one of those, that group of rapists and paedophiles, they also have a 1%. And that's why you're classed as so dangerous, because you didn't only have an interest in children, or an interest in adults or whatever, your interest was in people that were completely vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying your interest is. And your power and control over people that are totally vulnerable, that can't defend themselves.
Yes, I know what they tell about it. Yes, I know.
So that...
But you
so
know...
what do you think about that?
I think you know my life. You know my ex-girlfriends, and they were all totally normal persons. We selbstbewusst, I don't know this word now. Confident,
yeah.
There were no persons I can manipulate or something. They were real persons, really
strong
yes,
character.
Yes. How can you explain this, please?
I can't. I'm not explaining anything.
See?
I'm just talking to you. But I heard as well. Was there not a few women that had made complaints about it, saying that you were like violent?
There was yes, there was one, but she got money for this, of course. No question. She got money. Brueckner money.
So from an outsider's point of view, like myself, yeah. From an outsider's point of view, basically, you're saying that a woman who's complained about you being aggressive and sort of violent, did it for money. There's an American woman that you got accused of raping and torturing, that you said didn't happen. And then you've got the Madeleine McCann case, and the senior prosecutor in Germany, Christian Bruckner, saying that they've got evidence that Madeleine is dead and that you were responsible for her abduction and her death. So you've got like them 3 things, and you're explaining them all away, but it seems to be a lot of things, do you know what I mean? That's why all these small things add up. That's why you have such a bad reputation with the public. The public read what you see in the paper. They don't care about anything else.
I know. That's why I need support.
Yeah.
Because I can show you, but you can't understand.
McDonald's.
It's here, yes?
Yeah, which way?
McDrive. I think we must go there.
Okay. Yeah, but on your side, you're going to have to put your glasses on.
Yeah.
Put your glasses on. Do you want a cap?
Nein, come on. I'm not worried about these people. I'm more worried about the police. Police tries to fuck me, not these people here.
This one, yeah. Right, you order what you want, I'll pay for it. I'll get my sunglasses.
What do you want?
I'll have... What are you having?
I think it's very easy. Big Mac menu and 1 hamburger more, please.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll have the same.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll have the same. I like that. Yeah, 2 of them.
Okay.
Where do we ask?
I think here. With Coke, yeah?
Yeah, please. No, I'll have a bottle of water. I've got a bottle of orange.
Bottle of water? Okay.
Oh, I'm hungry. I've been driving for 14 hours. I drove all through the night. I got here at 6 this morning, went to the hotel, 3 hours sleep.
Nice.
Brian are ringing me, fucking waking up. Knackered.
How far is it from England?
800 miles.
Ja, hallo. Zweimal bitte das Big Mac Menü. Mit Pommes. With chips, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Getränke, einmal eine Cola, einmal eine Wasser bitte. Ein Wasser. Getränke, einmal eine Cola, einmal eine Wasser bitte. Ein Wasser.
Zweite auch Pommes oder mit Fully Fried?
Das andere auch mit Pommes und Ketchup. Und noch 2 Hamburger zusätzlich bitte.
Getränke zweiter Fanta, ja?
Nein, einmal Cola, einmal Wasser.
Still water oder medium?
They don't speak German. Bitte?
Still water oder medium water?
Still water.
Yeah,
ja. Stilles Wasser, ja.
Außerdem,
Ne, das war's dann, danke.
Sie haben auch extra gemacht, aber das nicht gemacht. Dann haben Sie noch bestellt. Zweimal Big Mac Menu und noch
2 Hamburger.
2 Hamburger, genau.
Genau.
Dankeschön, wo waren Sie?
Ja, danke. 25 around this.
Hey, did you see that policeman?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they are because of me. But don't worry. It's everything is okay.
Hallo, mit Karte oder Bar?
Mit Karte bitte. It's not my problem. It's them. They have to follow me, you know.
Yeah.
Dankeschön. Schönen Tag noch.
Ja, danke.
Where do we go? Next window?
Crazy man. They don't speak German here.
I did not speak fucking German. We're in Germany.
Yes, but it's like crazy.
So this police van now, is that going to follow us?
Maybe, I don't know, but he wasn't looking exactly, or?
I saw him looking over at you. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then it's okay. But don't worry about it.
Well, I'm not doing anything wrong, am I?
They have just to follow me. I don't have to say, hey, I have to go there. No.
They can't listen to us, can they?
No, I don't think. Well, police can do everything, but I don't think they are prepared for this.
Do you think they've had a look at seen your tags moved?
Hello. Danke.
Stick that.
What did you
Put
say?
your drink there.
Yeah.
Do you think they've had a look at your tag, moved, and then sent someone?
Yeah, possible. Yes. Sure.
Fucking technology's mad, man, isn't it?
It's GPS. They can see
Crazy.
everywhere I go. They see.
I've turned my phone off.
Well, I think we go to the parking there. There's a big parking, and we stay there, and we have quiet there. It's the big parking.
See if the police follow us.
No, quiet there. It's the big parking.
See if the police follow us.
No, why not?
I think he looked at my registration plate.
Can be. I hope you are legal.
I am legal, yeah. Well, they say anything to me, I'm a journalist.
Yes.
That's it.
I'm sure
Christians agreed to speak to me, that's it.
No, you don't even have to say this. No.
Just say I'm a
nothing.
journalist.
Just say your name. Don't say you're a journalist, nothing. Just say your name. They will know who you are. Don't worry. But you don't have to say anything. Just say, hey, hello, I am this and this.
I know, but I don't like the police.
You don't have to lie because.
No, I don't like them.
Okay, like yes.
I'm not good about lying. I don't fucking like them.
Yes, me too. When I left the house, they tried to talk to me. I said to them, I don't have to talk to you, and I went. I don't know what they want. They should follow me only. They shouldn't talk to me, you know. Because it's not my problem.
Can't you do them for harassment?
What?
Can't you get them done for harassment? It's a harassment. They're harassing you, aren't they? They're constantly following you.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah, but you've got a tag.
Yes.
So they know where you are, so why
Yes.
the fuck do they have to follow you?
I will tell you. But hey, we must talk about money first.
Yeah, but we need to speak properly.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, how long does it take to do 2 burgers?
Welcome in Germany.
I think that police car's waiting for us.
Yes, possible. But don't worry about it.
I know, but it's a bit weird for me, the police following me. If I was in England, the police following me, I'd be like, fucking hell.
They come with 2 cars. You will see. At least 2 cars following us. When we go to Rainer, there are 2 cars behind us.
So when you go to Rainer, in the house, you sit in the garden,
Yeah, yeah.
do they just sit outside?
They stay outside.
Do they listen?
Yeah, Rainer's voice is very loud. I think they can hear every word he say. I say always, hey, Rainer.
Well, maybe we should go somewhere else, where it's quiet. I don't want to fucking go talking in front of the police listening to what I'm saying.
No, we go in the house maybe.
So this guy, the house you're staying in now, who's...
Vielen Dank. Tschüss.
Have you got some tomato sauce, please?
We have ketchup.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
We have ketchup.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Right, show me the...
Yeah, everything okay.
That this policeman follows us. Right, so... which way are we going?
We go outside and then just cross the street.
Yeah, there it is.
Ah, they are. Here they are. Yes, these are my friends.
It's clever how they follow you, isn't it?
Oh, look too.
Which way do we go?
I think you go here, yes. Look, 2 cars. Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right. They're very excited, you see.
Why do they have police cars?
Yeah, that's unnormal. Normally they drive with civil cars. Just go straight in, and then there's a big parking. We will find a place there.
So they just follow and that's it?
Yes. That's the only thing they have to do. They have to watch me all the time. I can't, when I drive with my bicycle, there are 3 bicycles around me. Police on bicycles. I can't stay for a piss.
Which way? Straight?
Straight. And when the white car comes out, we go left.
Left, okay.
Yeah. Cops. I like it.
And where we
I
park?
like it. Go there.
Left in that side?
Yes, left. Go.
Whereabouts?
Right.
What, in there?
Naja, 1 more and then right. We go to this direction. There are too many people, but I think... Ah shit, this is another parking.
What, should we just park here?
No, why?
Well, I've got the police up the arse, so I've got...
Don't worry about the police, they just have to follow us.
Okay, which way?
Go left and right, okay.
It's very weird having,
And
like,
right.
2 police cars following us.
Yeah, okay.
Which way now? Left?
Straight.
Yeah.
And then left. And there is a big parking, and we go to the side of the parking, not in the middle. We go to the other side.
To the right.
Yeah, right. Left.
Here.
Yes.
Where now?
I meant to the other side, but we can't go there. Go left. Look, there's a quiet. It's quiet there. We go there. On this. The cops. Look, the cops are always behind us. That's really funny. I like it. Right.
Do you
follow us?
Do you like the attention?
No, I like to fool them.
Well, you're not fooling them, are you? They're just driving.
Just here somewhere.
So where? Just park here.
Yeah. Just here somewhere.
So where? Just park here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's perfect.
Park here.
we go outside, yeah?
Where?
Huh? We go outside? You open your bag and we eat there. Or you want to eat here in the car?
No.
I don't know. Let's go outside.
No, I don't want to open the back of the car and shit. Just sit here.
Oh, in the front here.
Do I have to talk to them?
No, you don't have to say anything to them.
You sure?
Just when they ask you for your documents, you give the documents. But you don't say anything. You don't know who you are. Doesn't matter.
Okay, right, sound. No problem. Why do you do the photos of the car?
No, they didn't. They write your number.
Oh, it's okay, I don't mind. So, just so I can be clear that I'm not breaking any laws or anything, I'm talking to him, writing things down. I just drive around as normal, yeah?
So where do you want to go today?
I don't know. I'm waiting. We're gonna have a talk.
Okay. So you talk in the car?
No. We stop. We go somewhere. We maybe go to his friend's house. I don't know.
Okay.
I only arrived today.
Okay.
So
You're the driver.
I've no idea.
Okay.
I'm just a journalist. I just do my.
Okay, don't worry.
I just do my job.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, have fun.
I'm not sure. You know. Hey, I don't know what they're mad. I can't believe they just follow you everywhere. It's crazy, isn't it?
This is terror.
What?
Terror.
What's that?
You don't know terror? What is in English? Terror? I will check in the phone.
Take.
It's to make me nervous. It's only because of that. It's ordered by the BKA. But I don't like this guy here next to us.
Why?
Because he can hear.
It's a police.
I don't know who he is.
He's probably just a normal person, just enjoying his day, isn't he?
They always try to be kind to me, to know where we go. What the fuck? It's not my business to tell them where I go. It's the business of them to follow me, you know?
I understand. The problem is, they've got a job to do, haven't they?
Yes. Yes.
And if they're told that's what they've got to do,
they should do the job. And they shouldn't talk to me, because that's not the job. Even when I say to them where we go, they follow us. So it doesn't make any sense to say them where we go.
well, it seems like they already know. They already know.
They know who you are, but they don't know where we go. How can they know? Okay, they can hear my phone.
They can hear your phone?
Maybe. They do everything what they can, even when it's not legal. Yeah. Maddie opens any door. They can do anything, and they say, it's because of this. That's why they never close this case. Never. They can walk in my house when I have a house. They can walk in every day.
inside your house?
Of course,
Fucking
because
hell.
warranted, they can. Now you know, it's a paper search document to
A warrant. What do you mean Maddie opens many doors?
It's what
What?
I tell you. They can do anything with
Oh.
this. They can control me. They can go in my house whenever they want. They can take all the electric things, computers, everything, anytime because they want to control me, you know.
Well,
Every minute.
I don't think they want to control you. I think they just want to try and keep people safe, surely.
Because you don't know the story.
What would happen?
There are many articles in the newspapers, also here in Braunschweig already, about me. And the police always say the safety for the persons is important. But they never say, hey guys, come down, this guy is doing nothing. He have a right of
Rehabilitation.
rehabilitation, yes. They never say something like
Rehabilitation.
rehabilitation, yes. They never say something like this. They always...
But you have to accept that with you being classed as being so dangerous, if you was outside of prison, that's why they've got the tag on you, so they can keep their eye on you. Because if some child went missing or some old woman got raped, it would be you that would be blamed for it.
So I'm quite happy that I have this thing there, but I'm not happy about this fucking assholes there. Because this is double controlled. Why?
So you're happy to have the tag,
No, I'm not happy, but
but you understand.
it's the best I can have at the moment, yeah.
So you're happy to have the tag.
No,
but
I'm not happy. No.
You just don't want the police to follow you all the time.
Exactly. But I have nothing against it now. It is like it is.
Does it not work like in the UK sometimes? Like when you come out of prison, you don't have to have a tag. Why have you got to have a tag? And how long have you got to have it for?
That's the part of my story.
Have they told you how long you have to wear the tag? 5 years? What, and the police have to follow you for 5 years?
No, they can't. No. This have to stop soon. And I think end of this month they will stop with it.
What makes you think they're going to stop?
The newspaper says it. Nobody talks to me, but the newspaper knows it because the police was talking to the newspaper. Not to me.
I don't think they're going to stop. I don't think they're going to stop until they've got enough evidence.
Every 2 months they must get a new
decision.
Yes.
Permission.
Yes, but they must find a reason. They can't say,
Okay.
oh, this guy is still danger. Why, man? I'm out for 6 months already and nothing happened. Nothing. There's no problem. They can't say all the time, yeah, he's very danger. Because why? I do nothing. It's ridiculous to continue this, you know. There are human rights. Human rights, in my case, are not counting. But
Well, I never thought I'd be stood in the middle of a car park in Braunschweig having a McDonald's with Christian Bruckner, the man accused of murdering and abducting Madeleine McCann.
Most danger man. I'm very, not famous, but how you say?
Infamous.
Popular? No, not popular.
No, I wouldn't say you were popular.
Well known. It's the right word.
Yeah, infamous is the word.
Well-known person.
I would describe you being famous for completely the wrong reasons.
I will prove. I will prove. Don't worry, I prove.
How can you prove that you didn't abduct
Man, I
Madeleine?
have the files.
What files?
Not the Medi files, but any other files I have.
Well, how are you going to prove you didn't abduct Madeleine if you haven't got any files,
Man,
as you say?
It's so easy. When you see this fake, when you see this fake by BKA, when you see this fake by BKA, that's the answer already.
Well, why do you think the police would fake something like that?
Oh man, I'm telling you too much. Give me money first.
Well, you're not telling me too
I
much.
need money.
You're not telling me too much. We're just talking. I just don't understand why you think the police would fake everything. I mean, if they've got to take you to court and get you found guilty, so if they fake something, they're going to find it very difficult to get a conviction.
No, it's very easy. You see, in the Menkes was the old woman. In the Menkes case was very easy.
So how did they fit you up with that then? I'm going to be here for a few days. We can talk over 2 or 3 days. So we don't need to rush anything.
Exactly. Let's just enjoy the food. You finished already?
I'm a fat bastard, that's why. I'm very good at eating. That's why I've got such a fat belly. Oh. Yeah, it's very weird having the police sat opposite us just watching.
Yeah.
So we go over to Reiner's.
You're not smoking, huh? No, I'm smoking, sorry.
We'll have a cigarette before we go.
Yeah.
I've been 2.5 weeks with I have a lung disease.
Oh.
I have a lung disease.
Oh.
COPD.
Oh.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Very short of breath. Very breathless and stuff. It's awful.
You smoked a
So
lot.
I can't smoke. I smoked all my life. 30 years.
And many?
20, 30 a day.
Mm.
I'll have to put my phone back on, so I need the directions to Reiner's. I just didn't want to have my phone off and you'd be paranoid, that's all.
I'm not. Man, you know, normally I can't trust anybody. But when I don't start to trust somebody, then my life is
Finished.
done. So I trust you, and if you try to fuck me, okay, do it. Why not?
Yeah, but there's no value in me doing that.
Just one more.
There's no value in me doing that. I took loads of photographs of you in Kiel, outside your tent, putting your trainers on and your shoes outside the tent and everything. And I spoke to you, none of that went into the papers, none of it.
No?
There was some pictures that Bill did afterwards when they found out you were there, and they took some pictures of your tent. But that was nothing to do with me, that was not my pictures. My pictures were you, sat on the floor, doing your shoes up and everything, and I was on the other.
So he says, yeah, so we went to this McDonald's, about 10-minute drive. So we're in the drive-through and all this, and it's like, oh yeah, the police always follow me, you know, they've got GPS tag on me and all this, that, and the other. Everywhere I go, they fucking follow me, but they didn't expect me to get in the car, and he starts laughing. And he said, but they don't know where I am now. This is the first time I've been free since I've been out of prison in the car with you. And I thought, fucking hell.
Just so people know as well, when you're speaking about these certain things, I'll be putting the videos up of these events that happened. To give people a better understanding.
Well, I've given you lots of the video footage that I've got. There's a lot of video footage that I haven't given you because I've not been able to give it you for legal reasons. And also, I've been very mindful of the fact that I didn't want to interfere with the police investigation, with the German police and the British police. So there's certain things that I've omitted to give to you. But all the stuff that I've given to you, I mean, you were like, fucking hell. We were watching it for 3 hours and you were like gobsmacked.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And when people see it all, they're going to they'll be like, Jesus Christ, they're not going to believe it.
But he looks creepy. He looks
So imagine all
yeah.
the stuff that I haven't shown you that I've, still got.
So you've had the McDonald's with him. He's picking out stuff.
Yeah, so we got a McDonald's. So anyway, because I'm driving the car and it's on the right-hand side, he's sat on the left-hand side of my car because it's an English car. So when we get to the McDonald's, I've gone, I'll have this, I'll have that, whatever. So he's put the window down. He's had to order the food. So I'm saying to him, do you want to put some glasses on and a baseball cap? Not because, people recognising you. I thought, I don't want fucking people to see you in the car with me. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, he goes, I'm not fucking bothered, whatever. So anyway, he gets this hamburger and orders whatever. So I give him my card. I'm handing my card over to pay for it. I'm like, I'm feeling sick. So we're in the car. So as we're getting the food, next thing I saw 3 policemen come running around the back of the car. And they were like, and as he's leaning out, ordering it, and I said to Christian, fucking hell, there's police running around the car. And he said, don't worry. He said, when we get out the drive-thru, they'll probably all be sat there waiting. So I'm like, well, what do I do then? And he said, well, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just my friend. I thought, fucking friend? I didn't say anything. I'm not your fucking friend, mate. You know what I mean? So I've got round the corner. And as I've got round the corner, there's like 4 police cars there, 2 vans. And I'm like, fuck, mate. They've stopped people coming in and out of the McDonald's. So as I'm driving off, I'm like, so where am I going to go? And he goes, just drive. They won't do anything. They'll just follow us. So he's got me in this car park, got driving around or whatever. So we've got out. Massive convoy of police and everything behind us. It's unbelievable. It's like fucking Dale Cregan getting sent to prison or whatever. So pulled out, got the McDonald's, sat there, eating the McDonald's, talking away, and I turn around and I say to him, I can't believe I'm in Braunschweig having a McDonald's with the man accused of killing Christian Bruckner, with a bit of a laugh in my face, in my tone, to try and sort of give him a bit of comfort that I'm not going to do him any harm, and I want to try and get his confidence so that hopefully he'll start talking to me. So he's sitting there and he's going, oh, yes, I'm famous. And I went, no, you're not famous. And he goes, well, I'm really well known. So I just turned around and said, you're really well known for the wrong reasons. You're well known because you're fucking the #1 suspect in the murder of Madeleine McCann. And he's like, yeah, but I will show you and all this. I was like, it was just crazy. Anyway, what he didn't realise was all the time I'm talking to him, I've got these secret glasses on, I've got this other implement that I can't tell you about that records sound and video. I've got this other, so I'm recording him from 4 different angles. And he's got no idea. You've got to bear in mind, I'm in Germany, I'm on my own, right? I'm in my Range Rover Sports, I've got all these cameras dotted about everywhere. And I've got to sort the batteries out, make sure they're filming, make sure they're all turned on, while I'm listening to the shit that's coming out of this guy's mouth. And it's really, and then I'm worried about whether he's going to stick a fork in my eye or whatever. So it was really fucking stressful for me. So...
Was he not suspicious of any cameras?
He didn't have a clue. He did not have a Scooby at all. No idea whatsoever.
Yeah, I was surprised at that, watching the videos. He wasn't looking around suspicious. He was quite calm.
Yeah, but I mean, I've done this before. I've been working on loads of undercover stuff before. And it's like when I was working as a paparazzi, sometimes you'll get a camera, you'll point it straight at someone, 100 yards away, start taking pictures, and they're looking straight at you. And you think, oh, she's seen me, or he's seen me, or whatever. And then you're clicking away, and then you pull the camera away, and they just carry on, and you realise they haven't. It's all in your own mind. So what you need to do is just be yourself, just act normal. You know the cameras are all there, you're hoping to capture something off 2 of them at least, and you've just got to be yourself. So I just had to forget they were there. Anyway, he said, right, I want to go see we're going to see my friend at this farm and all this, and we can talk, privately there. So I'm thinking, fucking brilliant. Anyway, so we're in the car. So I'm like, right, Christian, did you kill Madeleine? Straight out, I just said, did you kill Madeleine? And he just pulls his drink up and he goes, skull, or whatever, as if to say, like, cheers in German or whatever, starts smiling at me, and then just has a swig of his drink, and he goes, we have to talk about money first. And I'm like, fucking hell, that's not the sort of response you get from someone. Did you kill Madeleine? Cheers. Hey, we have to talk about money first. I thought, fucking hell, he's not right in the head. I knew straight away he wasn't right in the head. So...
yeah, that's sick, that.
So we started talking about stuff, and he was saying, I can't trust women. And I said, you can't trust women? I thought, fuck me. I said, why is that then? And he said, well, like the words and the terminology he used were was shocking. Like, you know, I fuck a woman and fuck a woman and I can't trust her. She'd run off to the police and all this and blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking, I said, listen, I don't think you need to worry about you being able to trust women. I think you should worry about fucking women being able to trust you. And he's like, no, I've got 2 women friends in Kiel and they're my friends and blah, blah, blah and all this sort of stuff. So just talking away. And the more I was talking, the more I was, just seeing how deluded he was. All he kept doing was asking me for money, saying we need to have money before. Every time I asked him a question, you need to give me some money first. And there's no way I was giving him a fucking penny. Absolutely no way whatsoever. So we start talking. I mean, you've seen a lot of the videos that I've shown you. What were some of the conversations that me and him had that stood out in your mind that you think it'd be good for me to talk about?
Yeah, well, you've said to him that you've seen a video of him sitting on...
Oh,
like
right. You don't need to say anymore.
Yeah, that's so disgusting. And the fact that he says it's not a crime, is it a crime? Like, it shows you where he is at as an individual.
So basically, the whole realm of this whole story, the police went to one of his properties and they dug up a dog in the garden. And underneath the dog, there was a load of USB sticks, drives and all the rest of it. And on there was loads of porn, child porn stuff, all the rest of it, whatever. And then the police, I presume, are going to use that in court. But the court wouldn't let them use that because it was inadmissible evidence. Because when they dug the dog up and they had all the USB stuff underneath, they didn't have a warrant. So they weren't allowed to use any of that stuff. That is how I think the German police, and this is not facts, this is what I'm saying, that is how I think the German police know for a fact that Madeleine's dead. Because I believe that on them USB sticks and all the rest of it, there's something on there to tell them that Madeleine's dead. Because straight after that, they wrote to Jerry and Kate and said, we're not looking at a missing person anymore, we're investigating Madeleine's murder, right? Because we know that she's dead. And that's been well documented. So anyway, all this stuff that was under the dog in the bag, in the USB sticks, he turns around and he says, no, the police planted that. Everything that goes on, he said, the police planted. He said, the police planted all that. It was in a little bag underneath the dog and the bag was really clean and nice and it had all the stuff in there and it definitely wasn't my stuff. And I'm like, well, if you've buried the fucking dog, you must have buried the USB sticks underneath it. You don't just bury your dog on a pile of USB sticks that someone else has buried. So that, it just didn't wash with me. I mean, he's just full of shit all the time. So then I told him about a video, and I can't tell you where I've seen it, and I can't tell you, because obviously I've got to be very mindful about, the legal aspects and stuff. So we ended up getting to the farm. And when we got to the farm, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to be able to speak to him today and tomorrow. And then after that, when I'm supposed to meet him on Monday, I'm not going to pay him any money, and I'm not going to sit down and do an interview with him. So I'm going to fucking blow it with him. So I need to get what I need to get in the next couple of days. So we sat there, and I said, what about all this USB stuff and they found in the, without having a warrant, that was inadmissible in court? And he turns around and he's lighting the fan and he goes, oh no, they used it. I said, no, they didn't use it. It was inadmissible. They weren't allowed to use it. That's why it was inadmissible evidence. No. Well, they used it. They used it to put pressure on me. And I'm like, well, hold on a minute. They used it to put pressure on you, or they used it in court? And he was just full of shit. So I said, I've seen one of the videos. And he goes, oh, yeah. Which video? So he's looking at me and he's rolling a cigarette and he's smiling away. And I said, there's a video that I've seen. And basically, you've got a vehicle, and on the back of your vehicle, there's a tow bar. And on the back of the tow bar, you take your trousers off, you take your underpants down, right, remove your clothing, and you sit on the tow bar and insert it into your anus and start gyrating up and down on the tow bar. And he just looked at me and he went, oh, what is wrong with this? This is not illegal. This is not illegal. And I'm like, thing is, it might not be fucking illegal, but, it's a bit immoral sort of thing. Fact is, I think it is illegal. Well, I've seen one of the videos, right?
Yeah.
I've seen one of them.
But why?
And I saw one of them where there was a car, and this is only us talking, there's nobody else, they can't hear us over there.
Yes.
There was a car,
yes,
and there was where you tow the car with the tow bar, like the tow bar on the back of the car.
and you were squatting down on top of
Yes.
the tow bar,
Yes. So
sticking
what?
it in your arse.
So what?
No, but I'm just saying
Is this a crime?
No, I'm not saying that's
It's a
a crime.
shame to talk with me about that.
No, I'm not saying it's a crime. We all do things, and whatever we want to do is entirely up to us, as long as we don't hurt anybody else. And I get
So what?
that. It's not a problem.
So
But
why they talk about it? Why?
I don't know. I don't know why they talk about
try
it.
to
That's why I understand why you're so distressed about it.
Nein, this was on a platform in internet. Everybody could see it when they knew where they have to search for it.
But there was also other things with that were involved with child pornography.
Well, that just showed the sexual deviancy side of him and how his mind is wired up. So what you've got to remember is he's been convicted and he's been accused of child pornography. There's been times where he's been in a park and he's been masturbating in front of a 5-year-old girl, right? And I can't go into too much graphic stuff about it, but there's, this young girl is masturbating in front of her, and then he pulls her clothing to one side and starts touching her, all this sort of stuff, which is, been documented. That there's other stuff that's gone on with children, all the child porn and everything. But then you've got this American woman that is raped, who was 71 years old. So I spoke to psychologists about this, and the thing that makes Christian Bruckner so dangerous, and somebody actually said, a psychologist, if Christian Bruckner was in the middle of London with the population of London, he would be the most dangerous person in that area, right? And the reason why, he's not bothered whether he's raping a child or raping an adult or raping an old age pensioner.
Or taking things up the arse.
Or taking things up the arse. What he's interested in is vulnerable people. So anybody that's vulnerable that he can have power over, that's who he wants to abuse and rape and attack and whatever else. That's what makes him so dangerous, because paedophiles, in research, if you look, certain paedophiles have an age group of children from 8 to 10 or 14 to 30 or whatever. He doesn't have any restrictions. He's just a complete and utter fucking wrong un. That's what makes him really dangerous. So there's another situation where it's just totally denying everything.
So you're in the farm as well, because you mentioned about him breaking into houses, because he's been done for robbing houses as well. But you had said to him, there was 4 girls in the house and you took all your clothes off, which is fucking strange. It's bad enough robbing houses, but listen, people have got all different reasons why they try and survive. But he was taking his clothes off. You questioned him over that?
Yeah, I went to one of his houses in Braunschweig on a garden community, and I met his next door neighbour Toto, and him and Christian used to get pissed every night in Christian's little hut where he lived. And I got speaking to Toto, and I've filmed him and all the rest of it. Right, so I'm at Christian Bruckner's kiosk that he used to own in Braunschweig. I'm just going to meet his mate, Topo, who lives in the garden community right next door to where Bruckner was. Want to go and interview him?
No.
Oh, from the papers? Yeah. Okay. And he said to me, he said, oh, fucking Christian, he used to tell me some crazy stories. And I was like, well, tell me some of the stories. And he said, well, one story was, he was in Portugal, and he had his black gloves on. He always used to wear gloves, and he'd have a mask. And then he went to this apartment. He broke into the apartment in the middle of the night, and there was 4 English girls in there, but he'd stripped off naked before he went in. And he said that's what he enjoyed. He used to go in, strip off naked, and burgle the apartments with no clothes on. And that's one of the things that really got him off, sort of thing. I was like, he's joking. And he said, yeah. So, but this particular time, one of the women woke up and screamed. And then he ran out, grabbed his clothes, and ran off. And this Toto sat there laughing his head off, telling me this story. I'm like, fucking hell. Then he starts telling me about how Christian used to go and rob all the apartments in Portugal. And, he'd come round to his house and there'd be piles and piles of passports and piles of, wallets and money and cameras. And, that's why he had so many cameras. I mean, he used to nick them all out of the apartments and that. And so he had all this stuff. So he was actively robbing all the time. He always had gloves on. He always had a mask. He always used to do it at night. That's one of the reasons why they say about Kate McCann, when she opened the shutter, when they were living at the apartment, there was only Kate McCann's fingerprints on it. If Brueckner had have opened that shutter to go in and rob the apartment to take Maddie, his fingerprints wouldn't have been on that shutter anyway, because he would have had the gloves on, and that's well documented by all, you know, Toto and other people that have said what he does. So anyway, he had this kiosk in Braunschweig. So in the kiosk in Braunschweig, he used to sit outside the front, and kids used to come in on the way to school, and on the way to school, he used to give them all sweets. This all been, people know about this. He used to give them all sweets. So I was asking him about that, and then he turned around to me and I said, what about all this child pornography you've had and all these discs and this, that and the other? And he's like, oh, no. That's bullshit. It's all bullshit. The police have planted it all on me. And I said, what do you mean the police have planted it on you? And again, you've seen the video. Basically what he's saying was, when he was working in his kiosk, he had a young lad that used to work there for him, and every day he used to go out shopping to stop the kiosk up, and every day when he went shopping, the guy was downloading everything off his laptop and uploading loads of child porn onto his laptop, and he said that was an undercover police officer that was doing that, and that was the police setting him up, which is complete and utter bullshit. I questioned him about the American woman, where he said that he raped, he got, you know, he went to prison for raping her. And I said, so how did you get convicted of raping her? He said, I fucking don't know, I don't know. He said, there was one hair. That was it, one hair. And I said, one hair? I said, fucking one hair's one hair. If that woman's been raped and one of your hairs in her bed, then how do you explain it? It's just, oh, the fucking police, you know. They went round, and when I was in Portugal, they went to one of my places, and they picked a hair up, and they said to the police, there you go, put this hair there and plant this hair. And he actually says that on the video, that the police planted the hair inside the bed. Then he starts turning around saying, you know, when they went to, this is unbelievable, this. He got accused of another rape. So, this is what he says, and this is apparently what he said in court. The police went round to see this woman, been accused of raping, and he said, I can prove this beyond doubt. And I said, right, how's that then? And he said, when the police went round to speak to this woman about me raping her, yeah, they showed her a picture and asked if it was me. And the picture that they showed to this woman wasn't a picture of me. Guess what? And I went, what? And he went, it was a picture of David Bowie. And I went, fucking David Bowie. The police have showed a picture of a victim, showed a picture of David Bowie pretending it's you. Yes. Because I didn't have bad teeth at the time, and he had bad teeth in his photo, and they thought it would convince them more to say that it was me. And I was just like, every time he opens his mouth, just complete and utter shit comes out of it. So, I mean, you can see the video about the David Bowie story. So basically, what you're saying is, every single bit of evidence that they've got, you're basically saying the police have completely just set you up.
Yes. Yes.
And you genuinely believe that?
Okay, one thing more. I found pictures in the file. This is not me. This is David Bowie.
Pictures in what file?
In the case they set me free, the one in 2024. There are pictures of me, and this is not me, this is David Bowie.
Pictures of what were those pictures?
It's me from the side, like a picture I made in Spain one day, and I put it in the file, but this is not my face, this is the face of David Bowie.
So you put it in the file?
Nine, the cops.
In the police file?
Yes.
So did they show that in court?
Yes.
And you proved it was David Bowie?
Nine, because I can't prove it right now. I told my lawyers, please check it. This would be very nice when we go to court and we say, hey, this is David Bowie. But the lawyers didn't believe. And I still don't have a computer to check it. But I'm almost sure, because I saw one day in prison, I saw
speak radio.
I saw a concert of David Bowie, and then I saw exactly this face. I saw in television David Bowie, exactly the same face. in the past,
Stimmt, du hast Ähnlichkeit mit dem.
in the past, I was looking a bit quite similar, like him. The only thing different is the nose. I have a straight nose, and he had a little bit like this, you know. This is the only difference between us. So, and I can show you this picture. Yes, the BKA was faking pictures, and they made everything that it's me.
So you're saying the police used the picture of David Bowie
Yes.
and tried to pass it off as being you?
Okay, help me to
In the police files?
help me.
In the police files,
Yes,
yeah?
yes. Help me to control it. Help me.
It's crazy, but
I will.
also possible.
Yeah, I will. I will.
This is the biggest joke ever.
I mean, it's just lie after lie after lie after lie.
Never any accountability.
No, there isn't. And another one as well. You know when the police said there was a phone call in Prada Luge outside Maddie's apartment. Now, when you look at the facts, because you have got to look at the facts, and I mean, there aren't many facts against Christian Bruckner. There's not many facts at all. But one of the things he said was that he was on the phone outside this apartment in Prada Luge. But there's a mast there, and the mast circulates like 35 kilometres. So it could have been someone outside their apartment or 20 kilometres down the road, right? So that phone number, basically, again, on video, covertly filmed, what he says is, his explanation was, the police came round to see one of my ex-girlfriends. Again, you can show this video to explain the story. They came round to one of my ex-girlfriends and they took some old phones out of the basement. And they said, can we take these phones? He said, well, yeah, they're all broken. They've got no batteries or whatever. But yeah, take them. So he said the police took her phones, charged them up and all the rest of it. And on one of the phones, it had the name Christian with a phone number. So what he's saying is that the police deleted that phone number and they changed it for the phone number that was detected near Madeleine's apartment. Then they rang his girlfriend back and said, we've got a number in here, Christian, who's that? And she said, that's Christian Bruckner. And they said, right, thank you very much, that's it. And that is how they linked him to the phone number outside the apartment. That's Christian Bruckner's story, which again, absolute load of bullshit. The police aren't going to do that.
Yeah, he was in Portugal at the time of Madeleine's disappearance. He was staying in a van or a camper van around that time. Yeah,
he said he wasn't.
No, he was. That's been proven that he has.
Yeah. Well, I spoke to someone else that apparently, Christian's actually admitted now to being in the area at the time.
That's why he's a suspect, because he was in that area.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not being funny, but the police, I mean, having him as the prime suspect, lots of people looking on are thinking, well, why have they not charged him? And that's one of the questions that I've been asking. Why have they not charged him? They've had 7 years since he was a suspect. Excuse me. He was in prison for 7.5 years with this rape, and they weren't expecting him to get out.
So he just got out of prison there. Was that for the 71-year-old in Portugal?
Yeah.
Many years ago?
Yeah.
So why did they only just convict him now for that?
I don't know, but I mean, 7 years ago, whatever, he got convicted. He came back to Germany or whatever, but they convicted of him. It was 7.5 years in prison, and he got extended because while he was in there, they found loads of child porn at one of his properties. And he got another, I think it was 13 months. I'll have to check on that. He got another 30 months for the child porn on top of the rape. So I said, well, the child porn that you got convicted. Oh, no, it wasn't child. No. What it was the police had a stick with loads of child porn on it. And then they had loads of photographs of me. So they put the pictures of me in that memory stick with all the child porn. So everyone thought it was me. And I got 13 months in prison. So again, complete and utter bullshit. I mean, every time I put anything to him or spoke to him about it, the police have set me up, all the time. That's all he kept saying. So when he came out of prison, he just said the police will not leave him alone. They won't leave him alone at all because they know that he's killed Madeleine, and he says that he hasn't. So, I mean, what other stories?
So you were there, so he was there in Portugal?
Yeah. Oh, and when he was there, apparently he was spoken to by the police on a couple of different occasions to show that he actually was in the area. And there was another thing as well. There was a girl, when he said when Madeleine went missing, he said he couldn't have taken Madeleine because he was a couple of miles away shagging this bird in the back of his camper van every night. And what he said was, this woman, she used to go in the camper van at 12 o'clock at night till 2 in the morning, sneak out of the apartment, and mum and dad didn't know. They'd have a bit of shagging or whatever. She'd go back in the apartment, and then he'd drive back to wherever he was going. So this happened for a 2-week period, end of April to the 10th of May, I think it was. And obviously in between that time was when Madeleine was taken. It was 6th of May. So they proved that that woman was around because she went to the airport on the 10th of May to fly back with the parents. And when she was flying back, she had some pepper spray in her bag, and she got pulled up by the police at the airport, and they've documented it and fined her. So they've got a record that she left on the 10th of May. So bearing in mind this is 20 years ago, there was an investigator, did a program with Channel 5, that tracked this woman down. And when they went down to track her down to ask her if Christian was with her the night Madeleine went missing, she was like, I can't remember. You know, I used to go meet up with him and sleep with him in the camper van and all that, but she didn't know what night she was there or what night she wasn't there or whatever. So that blows his alibi wide apart. I mean, he has got no alibi. That's the one thing the German police have always been really adamant about. He's got no alibi whatsoever.
Yeah, it's still messy. Like I say, I'm not against the McCanns, but there is a lot of things that point towards them as well. When they became suspects, blood in the house, the dogs, not giving statements either, giving no comment. And I get it, people are trying to protect themselves, but just with him and watching his videos, it is a possibility that he could be guilty as well, and that would change everything.
He said things to me on camera, which you've seen. He said other things to me on camera, which, and I'll be honest, I've given all my footage to Operation Grange, to the British police, to the Metropolitan Police, who were sharing it with the German police. I handed all that over last week. There's things on there that you haven't seen. But there's also other things. You've got to remember, I was with him for a couple of days, and while I'm fidgeting around and doing all my secret filming and my cameras or whatever, I couldn't be filming him all the time. You know, because I can't just go, hold on, Christian, I've just changed my covert cameras or whatever and put the batteries in it. So there was occasions where he did say stuff to me off camera. One of the things that stuck in my mind, I said to him, I can't remember how the conversation came about, but he said to me, if I was in a non-extradition country where I can't be taken back to Germany or England or whatever, said, if you got me to an extradition country, yeah, I'll tell you about Madeleine. And I was like, tell me, elaborate. And he clammed up. He wouldn't say anything else. But the way that he said it, when you just know that somebody knows more than what they're actually saying. I mean, I have spent a lot of time with Christian Bruckner on a one-to-one basis, right? These videos that I've given to you to put on the podcast or Spotify and everything else that people can actually watch, you can actually see what a complete and utter liar he is. He can't speak without talking shit. And I just know in my heart that there is, if I was a betting man, I'd say 99.9% he was the one that abducted Madeleine. And there's another thing. Do you remember the children's clothing? The children's bikinis that were photographed in his camper van? So I speak to him about this. And I said, what about the children's clothing that was found in your camper van? And again, showing you the video. And he goes, well, I had a friend when I lived in Braunschweig, and we had a big container. And what we used to do was every couple of months, we'd send these containers over to Nigeria to help people, right? Can't show any proof of that or whatever. Probably a load of bollocks anyway. So he said, what we used to do was we used to put TVs in there and computers in there that we picked up from various different places that weren't working. And he said, we got loads of clothes as well, bags of clothes. And he says, what happened was I got loads of bin bags of clothes and I put them all in my mobile home. And then I'd drive around to where he was staying at his house in Portugal. And then it said, what I used to do was sometimes I'd want to sleep in the van. So I'd take all the bags of clothing out and I'd put them in the barn so the rats and the mice didn't get them. And then when I wanted to stay in the house, I put all the bags of clothes back into the camper van again. I said, all right. I said, well, how many times do you do that? He said, well, I used to do that every day for like ages, for weeks. And I said, right, so what's the point of the story? And he said, well, every time I used to take bags out, obviously clothing would fall out the bags, which I'd just leave. And then, you know, I'd put the bags back in, take the bags back out. He said, I went that many times in and out of my camper van with these bags. Clothing used to fall out. So I said, yeah, but Christian, I said, it's quite convenient that when the police took all the photographs of the clothes that fell out your bag, it's quite convenient that it was like 15 fucking children's bikinis. How convenient is that? And it's like, I don't know. I think the police went into the barn and just got all these kids' clothes out and laid them all down and started taking photographs and said that they were all in my van. So, I mean, all the explanations that he comes out with.
Where did they bury his dog?
That was at his house in Germany.
So he's used to burying things as well?
Yeah. So basically, he's obviously buried the USB sticks down a bit deeper and then buried his dog over on the top. So if anyone starts digging it up, they go, oh, it's a dead dog. That's it. They don't look any further, but they did. They found all the USB sticks. But they didn't have a search warrant. Because
you FaceTimed him as well when you were in the hotel room. I think you were getting a bit tired. He was wanting money all the time, but you seem to have pressed him a bit more on that occasion.
Well, the thing is, this was on the Sunday, and I was due to meet him on the Monday, where I was going to go and get loads of money out of the bank and give it to him and sit down and do a proper interview with him. That was never going to happen. So on the Sunday...
How much was he wanting?
I weighed like 20 grand. I want to give him 20 quid. I mean, it was so hard being in his company all the time. I was driving down the road. It was in my car for about 6 hours. I was at this farm with him for a few hours.
Wir stellen die Sache ein, so wie es gewesen ist. Und dann ist er zum Schluss gekommen, der Staatsanwalt hat mir die Hand sogar gegeben und sagt, Herr Burkhardt, ich finde das toll, dass wir uns so geeinigen konnten. Das war für 10 Jahre.
It's like, I don't know,
but in my case, it's still open. The file is still open. So they are searching. No, I don't think that they're still searching, but it's an open case, Mehdi. So when I tell you something and you tell it to the public, then the prosecutors here or the BKA, they know about the things I have to say. So they try then to find arguments against it, you know. So the evidences I have, they try to destroy them. That's the way. So that's why I shouldn't say anything for Mehdi. Nothing. Ich habe dir schon I told him already much too much.
Yesterday, for 2 days.
Yeah. No,
he told me because where he was, Mehdi was catching, he was not there, he was in Spain on the way back to Portugal.
Yes, thanks for telling this now, yes.
Sorry. Yes.
Wasn't telling that.
What? He told me this. Yes, sorry. I'm stupid.
I told him already.
It's your job.
I told him too much.
You can.
So what did you say?
You can believe him also. Trust him.
You was on your way back from Spain.
I told him already too much. Danke.
Sorry.
Yeah. Look, when you talk to me,
but das kannst du ihm auch sagen. Also,
but it's nine.
You don't need it. You don't press it. You don't print it. It's only for you. Yes?
Yeah.
Because you must trust again.
I said it's all trust.
Yes. Without trust, it's nothing is going on.
If there's no trust, there's nothing.
Want that you publish this.
No, I don't publish anything.
Also,
I don't publish anything.
I saw in the file.
I am not public. I don't publish anything. I don't publish. Why do I want to publish anything? I don't.
Also with the telephone number, he can tell you also. He told me it for 2 days.
Nein, shut up yet.
Yes.
It's still 9. It's too early now to talk about it.
But I can't speak about it.
Genau.
I give you my word.
Genau.
What do you mean?
It's too early to talk about it. Let's make the contract first.
Well, listen. I've come here.
Yes.
With that and this, and I'm happy. But you need to talk to me about something. You've got to give me something.
Yes, but you're not only today here.
1,000 miles.
How many days you will stay?
1, 2.
Only? You told me you said something about a week.
Yeah, maybe 2, 3.
Germany is nice.
2, 3 days. Yeah, but I have 1.5 days to drive home.
1.5 days?
Yeah.
By which time you were starting yesterday?
Yesterday, 4 o'clock in the morning. All through the day.
Oh.
All through the night.
4 in the morning?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I got it at 6 the following morning. 26-hour drive.
Because I was surprised that you stay in the morning near Hanover at 9 o'clock.
Go to France? Or how do you...
France, Germany, Belgium, Holland,
Das ist eine ganz schön
Germany.
lange Ecke, du, ey. Also er hat
And then when I get to England, I have to drive all the way across England to the other side.
also einen weiten Weg gemacht, er hat Interesse. Du solltest ihm schon so weit vertrauen, dass er jetzt nicht macht, das bringt ja auch nichts. Er braucht dich schon ganz anders und dass ihr irgendwie doch zusammenfindet. Ne? Und wenn du nichts damit zu tun hast, sagst,
wenn er einfach abhaut jetzt?
Ja, dann macht er kann doch nichts machen. Was soll er machen? Ich habe mit ihm gesprochen.
Ja eben, er kann ja was machen.
Ja, ich habe mit ihm gesprochen, oder was?
Nee, er kann doch, er muss hier erstmal hier die...
Ja, schon klar, genau.
That light's going in my face.
Bitte was?
So we have to talk about something. You've got to give me something. You, even if you weren't involved with the Madeleine thing, you must know something. Somebody must have spoken to you. Well, because your name is so much involved.
Zum Beispiel interessiert ihn.
Speak in English. I can't understand.
Maybe you can have in your mind there is an idea what's happened.
This is what I'm saying. What do you think's happened to Madeleine?
Okay, I tell you something now.
Without protocol, yes?
Yeah.
Only secret.
Okay.
Why everything? Why? This is the big question. Why? I tell you, because in the year 2013 the BKA started to
Investigate
in the medical case on me in 2013.
Okay. Where were you living at the time?
In Braunschweig.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this time, in 2013, there was one guy by the BKA, Rainer Krim.
Is that BKA's the police?
The BKA is the highest police here.
Yeah.
Like Scotland Yard.
Yeah.
He decided that I was Maddie's killer. He decided. Why? Because he is a Nazist. You know Nazist? Is this English? Nazist?
Nazi.
Nine.
Not Nazi.
Narcissist.
Yes. He wants to be the biggest. He wants to have a monument in the BKA building.
Okay.
He wants
He's
to
the best
be
BKA man.
well known in the whole world because Scotland Yard, Portugal police, everybody was searching in this case without result. And then 13 years after, the BKA, here he is, you know, like this. He thought the people are stupid and they believe him. And this was the reason why they made everything. I wasn't fucking this old woman, of course not. Of course not. And there are evidences that I can't be the Täter.
Meinst du jetzt, ne?
You're talking about the American woman that you went to prison for rape?
Yes.
Yeah, but I thought the police had DNA evidence.
Ah, fuck off. They had one hair.
Well, one hair's one hair, isn't it, surely?
Yes. But when you have sex with your wife for only 5 minutes on the bed, I'm sure there are more DNA than only one hair in 5 minutes. And when you read what happened with this woman for at least 1 hour in the bedroom, and when you see the photographs of this bedroom, it was a little room which the bed was the biggest in this room. There was no place around. So everything must be happen next to the bed.
So do you admit being in the bedroom?
No!
So how did your hair get in there?
Yeah, because after 13 years the BKA took the Asservates,
yes.
You know what it is? They took from Portugal
the evidence.
The evidence,
yes.
The bed sheet and the clothes of the woman, and they took everything in the labor of them.
Yeah.
To search. And in this labor there were here the pieces from the woman, and here pieces of me, in the same label. So it can be.
So you think you're saying the evidence was cross-contaminated?
Yes, but
so the
no,
evidence from
but the truth, the real truth, there wasn't any hair.
But there was.
The BKA just say here, find this, like this, find this.
So you're basically saying that the police planted the hair?
If they planned everything.
Yeah.
I hadn't.
What about the woman? Did she not identify you?
And this is the point. This is the point. Listen, my lawyers made already 3 times a retrial. They tried, yeah, to get a retrial. They refused. But there's only one more chance, and maybe you can help me with that also.
Oh, to try and get the conviction squashed?
Yeah.
To get it overturned?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one thing more. In 2019, the BKA went to the States because the woman was living there at this time.
Yeah.
Was living in the States near Los Angeles. And when they were there, the BKA, there was also police, the FBI. So they were together talking to this woman.
Yeah.
But when you see the report from the German police, from the BKA, you can't see that there was a FBI. That doesn't say anything. And the FBI was also writing what the woman say. And in the States, in the report of the FBI, it says the BKA showed her pictures of me. Was it this guy? And the woman said, no, this was not this guy, he had blue eyes. And the one who fucked her had dark eyes. So they said, no, it wasn't him.
Not the one that fucked her, the one that raped her.
Yes,
yeah.
He had dark eyes. And so she said to the picture, no, it wasn't him, he had blue eyes.
So how did you get convicted at court then?
Yeah.
If there was hair and she identified you,
she wasn't by court. She wasn't there.
Yeah, but she must have given evidence to the police.
In this report from the BKA, this is missing. This is missing.
Okay.
They didn't write it.
Okay, right. Let me ask you something else. So years before, you were found to be in possession of paedophilia material.
No. What do you mean with?
Material, USB sticks, videos, USB sticks.
Okay, continue.
And stuff that involved small children being sexually abused.
Wasn't me. It's a plan of the BKA.
But every time something happens, you always say that the police have planted something on you.
Yes.
Have you done something to the police while they've got a vendetta against you?
I'm a very big criminal. I was a very big criminal.
Well, tell me some of the things you have done.
No, not yet. But I haven't done any sexual crimes. Never. This is something I don't do. And I don't have child pornography. And when you see the pictures in the file from the grave of my dog, you see there is a little bag, plastic little bag.
Yeah.
In the photographs, it looks like new. There is no dirt, nothing. It's new. How is it possible that this new bag was under the dog for ages? The dog was buried there for longer than a half year. There was the whole Herbst, autumn.
Winter, spring, autumn, yes.
So you buried the dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
But without bag, of course. But if there would be a bag under, in autumn, the rain, the dog,
Well, not if the little bag was folded up and put inside another bag, and then they took it out of that other bag and got the little bag out.
They said there was a little bag buried under the dog.
So,
but the bag looks like new, and there is in the files is also they were searching for fingerprints on the sticks, and on the bag they were searching for DNA on the sticks, and in the bag they couldn't find anything. How can this be possible, please?
I don't think that is what happened. Shall I tell you what I think happened? Yeah. I think what happened, the police went onto that property, your property, where you buried your dog, and you buried a bag with the USB sticks and everything underneath the dog and buried the dog on top. I'm only saying what I think.
But why?
Let
Yeah,
me finish,
okay.
let me finish. So I think you buried the USB sticks with all the child pornography on it, with the bag. Then you buried your dog over the top of it in the hope that if anybody ever dug the dog up, they wouldn't find anything else. But what I believe to be the case is the police went and searched that area, searched that place, yeah, and they found all them USB sticks, but because they didn't have the proper warrant, them USB sticks and the information on them hard drives and everything was inadmissible evidence and they could not use it in court.
They used it. They used it.
Well, they didn't use.
Give me pressure.
They didn't use the images of child pornography in the courtroom.
They used the sticks to give me pressure, because first they found a card, a memory card in my kiosk. It was 2014. Impossible. No way. There can't be.
Well, I've seen one of the videos, right?
Yeah.
I've seen one of them.
But why?
And I saw one of them where there was a car, and this is only us talking, there's nobody else, they can't hear us over there.
Yes.
There was a car,
Yes.
and there was where you tow the car with the tow bar, like the tow bar on the back of the car, and you were squatting down on top of
Yes.
the tow bar,
Yes.
sticking it in your arse.
So what?
No, but I'm just saying I've seen.
Is this a crime?
No, I'm not saying that's
It's
a
a
crime.
shame to talk with me about it.
No, I'm not saying it's a crime. We all do things, and whatever we want to do is entirely up to us, as long as we don't hurt anybody else. And I get
So what?
that. It's not a problem.
So
But
why they talk about it? Why?
I don't know. I don't know why they talk about it. And that's why I understand why you're so distressed about it.
Nein, this was on a platform in internet. Everybody could see it when they knew where they have to search for it.
But there was also other things with that were involved with child pornography.
Yes, I had
So you say yes?
Was heißt V-Mann? I had a spy. I had a spy in the kiosk already from the BKA.
From the police?
Yes.
What, working in the kiosk?
He was working in the kiosk, and I was going to make shoppings every morning, every day, and he had time enough to copy everything from my computer and to put things on it also. It was everything made by BKA.
One question for me. One question. But what's happened with bikini and child clothes in your motorhome?
I was going to get to that. Yeah, in the van.
Listen,
you had loads and loads of children's bikinis.
What's happened with this?
This makes me very danger. 2010, I was living in Hanover. I was working in a car garage.
Yeah.
And I was working there with a guy from Nigeria. Black guy.
Yes.
We were friends, and we started to talk about business with Africa, with Nigeria. We were talking. We are renting a container here in Hanover. I knew already the prices for a small one and a big one, and we said, okay, we get a big one. I think it was 2,000 to transport to Nigeria, and we have to fill with everything we can get. And I had this time I had a VW transporter. I said, okay, we pay this one, we send. Then what else do you need? Car tires, for example. Yes, okay. I found a garage in Hanover. He was happy that I took all his car tires. I was there every 3 weeks to ask to get tires of him. They are all on my land. You saw them, I think. Yes, they were for Africa. And I had a friend in Braunschweig. He was an architect. He arranged computers for me, monitors, the big ones. Yes, not the flat screens, the big ones. And I had a few of them. I had everything, and I had many bags of clothes. This high, this big, really big bags full with clothes, because
he told me, my friend told me, they can get, they need clothes also. And I didn't know why. I thought they need them to wear, but now I know they need them to use the stuff, the material to make other things.
Yes,
But I didn't know at this time. I thought, okay, they need to wear. So at this time, in the car garage in Hanover, the guy, the owner from the garage, was renting a space, because it was a very big building. He was renting a space for somebody. He was, I think, in business with clothes. He had, of these big bags, he had at least 300 of them. Boy, it was a big mountain full with these bags. So I thought to myself, okay, he don't see, he can't see, he can't count the bags. I will take some. So in the night I was there and I was searching for the clothes. I took out winter clothes I didn't send because I thought Africa, it's hot, they need summer clothes. And
So why did you end up with a load of bikinis, kids' bikinis?
I put everything in, for men, for women,
Yeah,
for
but the
children, for everything.
Yeah, but in your van there was literally like about 20 odd different child's
Yeah,
bikinis.
let me finish my story,
Okay,
please. Yes.
Yeah.
So I had them on my property in Neuwegersleben, but where should I put them? Because there are mouses and rats, and so I can't leave them outside. I had to put them always in the mobile home. So when I came to stay there, I took them out, and when I left, I took them in. And by the time when you make this many times, they break, and it was a mess. In the end, it was a mess. It always like
So it
this.
just happened like about 15 children's bikinis fell out on the floor then?
They were not on the floor. What are you telling?
The photographs on the
They took
in
it.
the paper.
Yeah, they took it out and put there to make a photo, of course.
So basically, you're saying they went through all the clothes and just took out the things that made you look bad.
Yes.
To fit you up again.
Yes, that's it. I was laughing
Very
when
convenient.
I saw this.
Yeah.
Why they don't write women clothes and men clothes? No,
Right.
only the children. They took all of them. They took out.
I want to ask you another question, right? You know where Toto lives? I went to your house in the garden community. The garden.
With the blue.
Yeah, the blue hut in the garden community. I've been there. So when I went in, I spoke to the woman that was living there. And when you go into the front, when you go into the front door, you open the front door. Directly below, there's a hole under the floor that's been dug out. That's about 8 foot across.
I closed it.
About 6 foot high and about 3 foot wide, with a thing like a secret compartment in the floor. So what was that used for?
It was a cellar.
A killer.
It was a complete.
A space under the.
What did you say? It was a killer.
Keller in Germany, yes.
Cellar.
Killer. Oh, cellar.
Cellar.
So is that killer in German?
Yeah. It was a cellar.
So that wasn't.
It was completely the whole.
But it looks like a little place where you could hide a child.
Yes, now maybe.
But you don't constructed this one.
No,
but it looks like a place where you could hide a child.
Yeah, but it was not at my time. At my time there was a big hole directly to the cellar. It was a big place under the house. It was.
And when Toto said the police came round one day to your apartment where the hole was, and they took all your cameras. Took all your cameras and memory cards and everything else. They took lots of things away. And then you spoke to Toto and said, oh, you know, the police have been round. Da, 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 da. And when you came home, the police had left a memory card underneath the kitchen unit that they dropped.
Yeah, they didn't see.
And you said to Toto, oh, they've left a memory card there under the thing, and they don't know. Yeah. So you said to Toto, give me the memory cards.
Yeah.
You took it off him.
Yes.
So the police never even saw that.
Yes.
What was on that?
I told Toto already. There were naked pictures from me and my girlfriend, Nakshe Miftari.
And there was nothing to do with any children?
No, of course not.
I'm only asking.
I don't want that Toto sees me naked and my girlfriend naked. That's why I said, no, give me.
Because he said you were really
You were like, give it to me, give it to
sure.
me. You were really upset and anxious and stressed out.
Yeah.
You really wanted to take that memory card off him.
Nein, it was not like that. But I said, no, you can't look at it. Give me, please. Like this.
So why do you think the police missed that? How did they miss a memory card on the floor?
Yeah, I don't know. It's stupid.
So there's a memory card on the floor with potential evidence?
They were...
No, potentially, it could have evidence on it, and the police have left it on the floor. After they've done a full search of your house.
It was exactly at the same time. When they went into the garden, they went to Neuweckersleben. It was exactly at the same day. So there wasn't any reason for them to come to my garden.
So when you it's okay.
Yeah, sure. If you want to die.
When you found out that the police had left that memory card on the floor, how did you feel?
I was laughing.
At them being so incompetent, at them not doing their job.
Nein, but this showed...
Or were you pleased that you got away, that they hadn't seen it? Or?
Nein, this showed me that they were not really interested in things I have in the garden. They were interested what I have on my land in Neuweckersleben. They were just there to inform me that they are doing a searching on the land in Neuweckersleben, and by this way they took. The papers are inside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but they're not. The police are not going to come round to your house
by this way
and search for all the memory cards and take them all away if they're not interested in trying to find them. Of course, they're going to take them away. Did they have a warrant?
They didn't find them by the searching. They found them before.
So they went to the house before.
Yes.
And went in the house and searched it while you weren't there.
Yes.
And they took all your cameras, memory cards, everything else. Then they left, and they left one card under the kitchen table.
Nein.
I thought you said they left a card under the kitchen table.
Also ich weiß, dass sie sogar noch einen anderen Stick vergessen haben.
Listen.
Die von Selig, die hatte auch einen Stick.
Christian, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to show that you're saying the police setting you up all the time. I'm trying to show how incompetent they are. If they've come round to your house to do a big search and they've left a memory card on the floor, that's fucking terrible. That shows how incompetent they are.
Yes.
They should not be coming round. They're professionals. They should be coming round and taking everything. So why not? Why did they not take everything?
I don't know.
Because I tell you, they were not interested what I have in the little house in the garden. I bought a computer just a few days before that I have another laptop.
So they wanted to search your computer?
They took the computer away again. So I said to myself, doesn't make sense to buy another one because they
take it away again.
They take all the time. They just tried to keep me down. They can't come up anymore.
Trap you.
Yes. So they just come in and so this we take, and they left like this. It was a very fast searching. They were not looking like this. No, it was just what they see. They took nothing else. But the main thing was on my land in Neuweckersleben at the same time.
Yeah, that's a different property where they found the dog and the USB sticks.
Nine, but this was days before. This was weeks before.
Yeah.
By the searching, they found nothing.
So when I went to your hut on the garden community, I went to your hut. I spoke to the woman that was there, and she said she rang the police and told them about this hole under the floor.
Yes.
And the police came. They took the top off. They popped their head down for like 2 seconds, and then put the top back on and said, "Okay, we're not interested," and they left. I mean, fucking hell. Why didn't they do like a forensic examination? Or why didn't they see if anything... I mean, if it was the police, that's their job.
Because it looked like it was... I wasn't doing anything there at this time. Nothing.
No, I've seen the hole. It's a big concrete... It's like a prison cell under the ground, a small one that you could fit a small child. So why didn't they do any forensic examinations? Why didn't they do a forensic...
It wasn't that. Nein.
It was?
Nein.
I've seen it.
No.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you wanted to hide a child in that hole, you could easily hide a child in that hole. You could, though.
Silly question.
No, but somebody could, couldn't they? That's what the woman said to
No,
me.
there was
Everybody told it.
There was a door from a big hole, like a door. It was a.
It had a wooden cover over the top. But if you put something heavy over
Do you
it...
have a pen?
No.
Wait, I have one.
Oh, don't worry, I've seen it anyway, it's okay.
No, but you don't understand. It wasn't a closed space. It was a big cellar. Big one.
Yeah, but it was the opening was right at the front door that went down into the ground.
Yeah, but I closed it because I want to walk there. I made I made a hole on the side of the of the building.
Yeah.
Inside.
So you made the hole under the ground next to it, the other entrance.
I closed this one.
Yeah.
To walk on it, and I opened on another side.
Oh, okay, yeah.
To go in the cellar.
So you can go in and put things in the cellar, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
well, that was my point.
But there was the guy before. He made this cellar, and he made a outside door. He wanted to build an outside door.
Yes, you come from outside also in the
yes,
space.
so it was not closed.
I know it is.
This is cellar. My house wasn't closed. Even when I closed the door, you could enter through the cellar inside so it was an open place.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of space under there. Yeah, I saw it.
It was open. Everybody can go in if you want.
So if you don't, so why did you the police searching all over Portugal? Well, you see them on the news.
Yes,
they literally search everywhere.
Yes.
They put the
yes.
They're digging up here, digging up there, metal detecting.
Yes.
So what's all that about?
It's just show. It's just show. Just to make the people believe that they are still searching, that they still believe that I am the one. It's all show. They spend millions of euros just to not say we have nothing. It's waste of time and waste of money what they do. It's just show. Also the garden in Hanover. Wow, they even Luftraum gesperrt. They closed the room.
Is that strong, that?
No.
Oh, mild. Heli fruit. No, I'm driving.
Oh, no, one is okay.
So, what was I going to say? So it seems like because you were around Prada Luge, you lived around there, didn't you?
At what time?
Any time.
9. When Maddie disappeared, I wasn't there anymore. A long time ago. I left my house in February 2006. I came in prison at this time, and this was the last time.
Was that for stealing the petrol?
Exactly, and this was the last time I saw this house. After, I wasn't there anymore.
That was the last time you saw Madeleine's house, yeah?
Huh?
That was the last time you saw Madeleine's house? The apartment in Prada Luge?
No, my house.
His house.
Oh, your house, what, about 2 miles away from Madeleine's apartment?
I left my house together with Tatchel to go to steal diesel. And in this night, the police catched us, put us in prison.
How long did you go to prison for?
8.5 months, something like that.
How much petrol did you steal?
260 liters, something like that, yeah.
8.5 months?
Yeah.
God, I put 50 litres in my car this morning. Crazy.
Yeah, but it can take 2 years until you go to court.
Yeah.
So we were quite happy after this short time, and they set us free. But I was.
Do you remember the date that Madeleine went missing?
Oh,
what year was it?
Ja gut, ich meine.
Come, let's go back to the year. What year was it?
Kann er fragen. Also, die Frage ist.
It was 2007.
Right. So you left in 2006.
Und du weißt ja, dass du gar nicht da warst.
I left 2006 my house and I never went back in this area.
So what about when the police have said that your phone went off on the mast next to the apartment that Madeleine had? Oh, speak English, speak English.
You know,
understand.
I asked him yesterday also.
exactly.
I'm only asking to get the your.
But you know exactly that it can't be next to her apartment. You know where the masts are.
So it's in the area.
It was in the newspapers already. It can be 30 kilometers around.
Okay.
30.
Okay, so let me ask you then. So what you're saying is you weren't near the apartment, but you could have been within 30 kilometres around.
No,
and they say you were at the apartment.
I just say what the facts. But this wasn't my phone. I never had this number, and I'm 100% sure because it starts with 91, and 91 is Vodafone in Portugal, and this is too expensive. It was always too expensive. I always had 96 in front, and this is TMN, and this is the Portuguese line, and this is cheaper than the Vodafone. So I always, when I had a phone, a mobile phone, I always had 96. So I don't have to recognize my number. When I see the first two letters, I see that this was not my phone, because I never had 91. It's so easy. But nobody believes.
So how much? So if you're in Portugal and if you went and got a Vodafone, how much would a Vodafone pay as you go? How much does that cost?
I always had prepaid.
Right.
Prepaid.
So if you did get So if you want to get a Vodafone, you say there's €10.
Yes.
You give me a number.
Yes.
And they give you a number.
Yes.
And so you did that, yeah?
But to charge, it's more expensive.
Okay, so when your phone, the 96 number,
Yeah.
was that on a contract?
9. I always had prepaid.
So was that prepaid as well?
Yes, I was as well. Yeah, it was prepaid.
So you've just said that you paid for a prepaid phone.
Yes.
So how did they attach that number to you? How did they say it was your number?
Yeah, it's very easy. There is a ex-girlfriend of me living in Dresden, and she got a visit from the BKA.
Von dem Reisebüro, ne?
Yeah.
Ja.
Marina Flache.
Marina, genau, Flache.
And she starts to get a little friendship with the BKA.
Oh, so she was friendly with the police.
Yes.
And then she gave the police that number because she knew that was going to hit the mast.
999, wait.
And she said it was your number.
Let me tell the story, man. Don't. When they were in her house, they were asking her if she has some old telephones, and she said, "Yeah, I have some in the cellar." She went down, looked, and came up with some phones, and she said, "Oh, but they don't have battery. Maybe they're broken also." And the big guy said, "Oh, no problem. We take them and we look at them." And then by the BKA, it's easy. They see, there's a number, Chris. So they changed this number, Chris. They put this number from Portugal, the special number they put in, and then they called Marina. "Hello, we just see here there's a name, Christian. Who is this guy?" And then she said, "Yeah, this is Bruckner. This is the guy." And zack, they had the number. So easy is it.
So again, the police setting you up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to my sheep.
Okay, yeah,
I come back.
okay.
Bring das Schwarze mal mit, bitte.
Wenn es jetzt rauskommt, nehme ich mit.
Ja.
Dann kannst du mir noch ein Bierchen geben, wenn du eins hast.
So basically, the police. So basically, what the police did. Hold on, here, I'll get a beer.
This is the fantastic story. This is my story. This is how they try to fuck me.
I'm understanding now.
I'm not.
So they.
No, Mr. Light. I'm not 100% sure that this is right, but I was counting things together.
So what you're saying is the police went round to a friend of yours. They took some mobile phones.
Yeah.
They changed one of the names under that number and put Christian Bruckner.
No, they changed the number under my name.
They changed the number under your name. Oh right, okay. So that call that was made to somebody, but it wasn't made to you. That's what you're saying. Well,
Hey, listen. Nobody else knows this number. Nobody.
what was the number?
91, I don't know. It's starting with 91. But nobody who knows me from the past knows this number. Nobody.
Is it only the girl that knew the number?
Only one person.
Knew that number?
That's strange. And
Did she used to ring you on that number?
Nine. And it says this person who recognized this number is a very clean person without criminal record and things. They didn't say it's Marina Flache. They didn't say the name. It's just in my I was thinking it must be her.
So basically, so they've just literally gone in, Christian Bruckner, changed the phone number to make it look like a phone call was made at Prada Luge near to Madeleine's apartment when the night she was abducted.
Well, this number.
And you're saying the police changed that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the only explanation for me, the only one.
There's so many things.
Man,
I mean, it appears to me, right? This is just me being honest.
If you want to drink some alcohol, you don't drive.
I drink.
Ohne alcohol, just water.
I drink water. I don't drink.
No problem.
I don't drink alcohol.
Okay.
I don't have any alcohol. No, this is his, and these ones are his.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Promise, you can breath me if you want, no problem.
I don't want it.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
You have my word. I'm a professional.
Okay, perfect.
So.
That's funny. That
So-
they explain, the German rules, Don't drink and drive, like in England.
Like as if I'm fucking stupid.
This is funny. This is really funny.
So basically, what you're saying is, every single bit of evidence that they've got, you're basically saying the police have completely just set you up.
Yes. Yes.
And you genuinely believe that?
Okay. One thing more. I found pictures in the file. This is not me. This is David Bowie.
Pictures in what file?
In the case they set me free. The one in 2024. There are pictures of me, and this is not me. This is David Bowie.
Pictures of what? What were those pictures?
It's me from the side, like a picture I made in Spain one day, and I put it in the file. But this is not my face. This is the face of David Bowie.
So you put it in the file?
Nine, the cops.
In the police file?
Yes.
So did they show that in court?
Yes.
And you proved it was David Bowie?
Nine, because I can't prove it right now. I told my lawyers, please check it. This would be very nice when we go to court and we say, hey, that's David Bowie. But the lawyers didn't believe, and I still don't have a computer to check it. But I'm almost sure, because I saw one day in prison, I saw
Speak ready,
I saw a concert of David Bowie, and then I saw exactly this face. I saw in television David Bowie, exactly the same face. In the past.
Stimmt, das ist Ähnlichkeit mit dem.
In the past, I was looking a bit quite similar, like him. The only thing different is the nose. I have a straight nose, and he had a little bit like this, This is the only difference between us. So, and I can show you this picture. Yes, the BKA was faking pictures, and they made everything that it's me.
So you're saying the police used the picture of David Bowie and tried to pass it off as being you?
Okay, help me to...
In the police files?
Help me...
In the police files,
yes, Yes, help me to control it. Help me.
It's crazy, but
I will.
Also possible.
Yeah, I will.
This is the biggest joke ever.
Now I have met you.
Yeah.
You have to remember,
The only things I know about you is what I've seen in the paper or I've seen on the TV.
Yeah.
Now I've met with you, it's good to hear your side of the story because it helps me understand a little bit more. It helps me understand. There's always two sides.
Die haben gerade
to
zu ihm
every
gesagt,
story.
er soll kein Bier trinken.
Wer hat zu ihm?
Die Bullen, die spinnen doch, oder?
Er trinkt ja kein Bier.
The cops told you, don't drink.
Yeah.
Echt? Sie kamen.
Mr. Bamby.
Ja, aber ist ja gut. Ich meine, Sie erinnern ihn dran.
Ja, toll, ne? That's funny. Yes, I have a very interesting story to tell. And I'm sure when I write this and I prove it at the same time, I can sell my book very good.
I can help you with
because
that. I can help
because they tried to fuck me, so I fuck them. And this here, what you see with the police around me, this is in order of the BKA, because they know my idea about telling the truth, and they don't want me that I am telling the truth.
Ich sag dir was im Vertrauen jetzt, ne?
Ja.
Klar, alles ist vertraulich. Ich weiß, dass das BKA kein Interesse hat, dass du eine Wohnung kriegst.
Right, look at this. Look at this.
Woher weißt du das?
Hey.
Ich habe auch meine Kontakte. Darf ich nicht sagen, ne? Aber
this here, this is my book.
Okay.
I have a book published.
Yeah.
This one, for sale, Germany. This one.
How much you sold already?
112,000 copies.
Oh, okay.
So, I can help.
Yeah.
I can help. I think what I'm going to have to do, because for me, I have been driving for many hours and I'm very tired. I should go back to the hotel and have a sleep.
Yes.
And we catch up tomorrow. You have a think, I have a think, but we do something. I don't want to do something here.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah?
Genau, it's the best thing. I think so. You need sleeping also.
And I don't think more than 5 minutes went past at any one time where I didn't want to just jump up and just punch him straight in the nose. I mean, it made my skin crawl. I've met some of the most hardened criminals in the country. I've met some of the most devious people around, and he is leagues and leagues and leagues above everybody else. So on the Sunday, I thought, right, I've got to bring this to an end. I'm not meeting him tomorrow. I'm not giving him any money. And if I turn up tomorrow to meet him and don't give him any money, he's going to tell me to fuck off anyway. So I thought, right, on the Sunday, I thought I'll use this as a little opportunity. I'll just ring him on video call. And I'll just, I'll be nice to him on the call and gradually get worse. And then at the end, I knew at the end he was going to fucking hang up on me, because I thought, this is it. I'm just going to go all out and start talking to him. And I said to him about Jerry and Kate, and I said, I asked you ages ago, a couple of months ago, if you got a message for Jerry and Kate, and you were like, I've got nothing to say, said nothing. I said, you wouldn't say that to him. You wouldn't say that. You'd say, I feel really sorry for him, but it's nothing to do with me. Why would I feel sorry? Why? Why do I feel sorry about Maddie? Why? She's fucking ruined my life. Maddie's fucked my life. She's fucking ruined my life, Maddie. And he just starts coming out with all this shite.
I think that you did abduct Madeleine, and I think that you did murder her, and I think that you buried her somewhere in Portugal, and I think that you did rape the woman in America, the American woman, and I think you did have the paedophilic images on your USB stick, and I think everything that you've been accused of and the evidence that the police have got is completely and utterly 100% safe and sound. And I think that you, when you're talking to me, you're not being totally honest. I think you're actually convincing yourself of your own lies, and the lies that you're talking, I actually think you've convinced yourself that they're the truth. That's my opinion, but that's the same opinion. That's the same opinion that everybody in the world has. That's why it's important to sit and have a proper conversation, and you to explain that everybody's wrong. This is your opportunity to tell everybody that they're wrong. But you're saying you want to write a book. You want to write a book and sell loads of copies. Nobody's going to buy your book. They're not going to buy your book. You're a convicted rapist and a convicted paedophile. They're not going to buy your book.
That's just the reality.
They do.
How many copies of your book do you think you'll sell?
1 million.
You think you'll sell 1 million copies of your book? Okay, and how much per copy would you sell the book for?
Well, I'm earning 150 each book.
So you think you could make 1.5 million?
Yes.
So if you did make 1.5 million, would you donate any of that money to like a charity for like abused children or victims of rape or anything like that? Would you do that?
I only earn money to make good things. It's not for me. It's to make good things, but I don't like to tell you about it.
Okay. Can you see where I'm coming from though? I mean, I've been honest with you from the start.
Yeah.
You know, there's no bullshit.
It's for me. I understand what you say, because the only thing I do right now is to talk.
Yeah.
And I can't show the proofs right now, so I can only talk. But I told you, everything what I say I can prove. It's not a lie. It's not a fantasy. It's written in the files.
I understand.
Read the files, you understand what I mean.
I understand. One thing that did make me wonder yesterday was when you said the police had some pictures of you in a file in court, and when they showed the pictures, you said that the pictures weren't pictures of you, they were pictures of David Bowie, the singer.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, that's ludicrous. The police aren't going to produce pictures in a court of David Bowie and say they're you, are they?
Yes, they do. Well, but listen, I'm 90% sure, but I still don't have the proof. I must look for it. But I don't have a computer, so I can't do it right now. But believe me, this is the truth. I'm not lying. Why should I lie?
I'm not saying you're...
I mean, this is something fantastic. When we can prove, and I can prove that they used another picture of a very famous person, because this guy had bad teeth at this time, and I didn't. So they choose the photo of David Bowie because he looked the same like me, with bad teeth. They just put it in the file to ask the woman if this is the right guy.
Oh, the woman that you were accused of raping, the American woman.
No, not the American. It was on the beach on Salema.
Right.
This case.
So basically, the police went to her and said, "Is this the man that assaulted you?" and showed her a picture of David Bowie.
Yes, and she said, "Oh, I can't recognize that his teeth were so terrible." She told them.
See, that's fucking. It's just outrageous.
But at this time, I promise you, I swear, I was taking care of my teeth because I didn't have any health insurance in Portugal, so I had to pay for everything. So when I had a hole in the teeth, in one tooth, it cost me 60 euros to fix it. So it was expensive to fix it. So I was taking care of my teeth, and you can see in many pictures. You see. You can see me, you can see that I had normal teeth, but the police didn't want me to have good teeth, so they changed my face, because David Bowie looked like me and he had bad teeth, terrible teeth, black teeth and things.
Yeah.
So they changed him. To say to the woman, "Hey, was it this guy?" And maybe she say, "Oh yeah, I recognize this. Yes, he had terrible teeth. Yes," but no, she didn't.
Well, that confirms to me how deluded you must be. Right, let me ask you a question. One more thing. Right, you remember when I spoke to you? I found you in Kiel. When you were living in the tent in the woods.
Yes.
And I spoke to you. and I said, did you kill Madeleine? And you said, no, I've got nothing to do with killing Madeleine. That's what you said. Okay. Yeah? So then, after this, I said to you, Madeleine McCann's parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, must be absolute. The last 20 years have been absolutely horrible for them. Have you got anything to say to them? Do you have any message? And you said to me, I have absolutely nothing to say to them. Nothing, absolutely nothing. That's what you said.
That's right. What should I say to them?
Well, I would suggest any normal person with something like that would say, that was innocent, would say, I had nothing to do with killing Madeleine, but I do want to say to Jerry and Kate, I feel very sorry for what they've been through, but it was absolutely nothing to do with me. That's what a normal person would say. They wouldn't just say...
Why should I be sorry, man? The police tries to get me in touch with it. So I was in prison for that already. Because I wasn't raping this woman. No,
I'm talking about Madeleine. I'm talking about Madeleine McCann.
The police always fuck me because of Maddie. So why should I be sorry? Why?
Well, you can be sorry for Jerry and Kate McCann, whose daughter's been abducted.
But why? When I wouldn't be accused of many other things, then I would say, okay, I'm really sorry for them. But hey, I'm the guy who sits in prison for nothing. Yes.
Yeah, but don't forget. Yeah, but Jerry and Kate McCann haven't put you in prison. That's the police. We're talking about a couple that have lost their child.
Yes, but Maddie fucks my life, So why should I be sorry? She's fucking my life the whole time. I can't go out of the street. People think I killed Maddie. She's fucking my life for nothing. So why should I be sorry, man? I don't understand your question, really. I should be very angry about it. I should be very upset and angry about this case. Because of this, the police is trying to fuck me all the time. So, no, I don't understand what you mean. I don't understand what you're talking about now.
You just said Maddie has fucked your life.
Yes.
Yeah. How has Maddie fucked your life?
Yeah, because everybody thinks I killed her, and I wasn't. I wasn't fucking this old woman, but I was in prison for it. You know why? Of course, because they thought, aha, he killed Maddie, so we put him in prison, so we have him there, and she was really fucking my life.
Madeleine.
Because of the prosecutor and BKA, yes.
Christian.
She destroyed my life totally.
Christian, how can you accuse...
I'm not interested to talk to you anymore, really.
Okay, but hold on.
And then again, he's just saying, the police have set me up, the police are lying, I didn't rape the woman. Oh, and another thing was, when we was at the farm, again, you've got the video for this, he turns round and he says, I have never committed a sexual offence in my life. It is something I would never do. Word for word, that's what he says. He also says, I was a master criminal. He says, I'm a master criminal. I was a master criminal. And he changes halfway through. And he's like, but we will talk about that later. We will talk about that later. I think there was loads of stuff that he wanted to talk to me about, but he wanted me to give him money first, and I wasn't prepared to give him any money. So there's probably quite a bit of stuff that I missed out on, but that's it. There's no way I was going to fucking pay him a bean.
Yeah, in the hotel shouting, Madeleine McCann's fucked my life, when that's an innocent young girl who's went missing, who's still missing nearly 20 years to this day.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's got no accountability for anything whatsoever. Absolutely no remorse for any of his crimes. And I mean, I don't think I've ever met a more dangerous person. I mean, there's women, in videos where he's literally just tied them up with a mask and his gloves and just whipped him, tied him up and raped him and all sorts of... I mean, there's loads of, videos, apparently, that have been found, that have, been shown to friends of his. The only other thing is, you've got to not have any sympathy for Christian Bruckner, because I could never, ever have an ounce of sympathy for anybody like that. But there's a lot of stuff in the evidence where, like, this Helge guy said, "Oh, Christian told me at this music festival that he'd killed Madeleine." Now, that's not evidence. I mean, and the police, they can't really treat that as evidence. I mean, it might be a bit circumstantial, but if they had a video of him saying that to this Helge guy, then fair enough. But like Christian says to me in one of the videos, there's so many people that just want to fucking get on the bandwagon and be involved, and, they say things that's bullshit just for their own egos and all the rest of it. And that's what I say to him. So what about Toto saying about you having a mask and going into this apartment naked? Oh, that's bullshit. I never said that. I never said that to Toto. But he did. Because I've got Toto on video fucking saying it, which the police have got. The other thing is that Toto was talking to me about, and this is one of the videos that you watched and you were like gobsmacked. And I remember looking at your face before when he was looking at it. So basically the police went into his hut and raided it, took all his cameras, all his laptops, took everything. And Christian wasn't there, he was away somewhere. So they'd raided everything and all this. And his friend Toto, who lives next door, next hut, literally like an allotment that they live on, Christian rang him and said, "Oh, the police have been round, oh, what have they taken?" And Toto was like, "Oh, they've taken everything, So anyway, and then Toto turned around and said, "Oh yeah, when are you coming back?" So Christian came back to the house, and when they came back, Toto had found a memory card underneath the kitchen unit. So I spoke to him about this on the video, and I said, "You came back, Christian told you about this memory card, and you went mad, you wanted the memory card back off it." And he said, yeah, I wanted the memory card. I said, "Well, why are you so insistent on having the memory card?" "Oh, there was things on there I didn't want anyone to see." And I was like, "All right, what was that then?" So in the video, he said, "Oh, it's pictures of me and my girlfriend naked. I didn't want Toto to see it." And all this. And I said, "Right, okay." I said, "So no child porn or anything?" "Oh, no, definitely not. That's not what I do." So then I says to him, "So what about the police then when they come round? They've searched, they've took everything, and they've left a memory card on the floor underneath the kitchen unit, and Toto could clearly see it." "Oh, I know. And he starts fucking laughing and going, "They're fucking stupid." And has a swig of his beer and has a drag on his fag. "They're fucking stupid, I know. It's crazy."
It's scary though, when you see his eyes and you see, like I say, with the McCanns and stuff, imagine they were innocent. Imagine he was. Like I say, I'm 50-50. I'm happy to have all aspects.
I'm 100% that it's nothing to do with Jerry and
the people I've interviewed, you've still got to put them question marks over them also. But with watching him, his demeanour, burying dogs and memory cards of kids and hearing the stuff, what he's done with the car, he's definitely, if he's in that area, then you've got to make him one of the main suspects, which he is. So,
and obviously, confessing to, burgling all the time, burgling all these apartments in the tourist places and all the rest of it. And another thing as well, he said he didn't work, he didn't know Prada Luge, he didn't know that resort, the ocean resort. He works in the fucking resort as cleaning one of the pools. He worked that.
So the main suspect in the Madeleine McCann case was working in the apartments where Madeleine McCann was?
Cleaning the pools. I mean, this was a few years before, but he worked on that resort. He knew that resort inside out. And that was his hunting ground where he used to go and rob all the apartments and stuff. I'll tell you now, I mean, this is only my opinion. This is only my opinion. I've never been able to get away from the picture of that guy walking off with the complexion on his face and his hair. And his hair comes down dead straight like that. Because I've had him sat in my car, and I remember looking at the side of the car thinking, fucking hell, it's him in that picture. It's 100% it's him. Complexion, all the spots, the divots in his face and all this sort of stuff. I am convinced that Christian Bruckner abducted Madeleine McCann. I'm convinced that he went round that night, he turned up, he went to rob the apartment, he lifted the shutters up or whatever, he went in, had a look round, saw Maddie, took her out the window, and was gone. And whatever happened after that, nobody's got any idea. But I think there's only one person in this entire world that knows what happened to Madeleine, And I am absolutely convinced it's Christian Bruckner.
Well, if he's worked here and knows everything in the back of his hand, like there's a graveyard where you can actually push the stones. Though how you've got graveyards here, you've got to dig 6 feet under. Then you can actually push and see. And I was there a couple of weeks ago. You've got a crematorium. You've got the church. You've got so many different things. And if he's used to digging things up and burying things, there was many things he could have done to get rid of the body.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, there was talk. I mean, no, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. But I'll tell you one thing. It's not. I can't say I've got a close relationship with Christian Bruckner in the sense of close being friends, but I've got a close contact with him where I've got access to him, and I can ring him or I can ring a friend of his, more the friend that organises, you know, for me to see him and all the rest of it. But I'll tell you something that I've organised, and people aren't going to believe this, and it's going to fucking blow them away. Christian Bruckner has agreed to come with me, probably before this podcast comes out, and have a full-blown lie detector test.
So you've asked Christian about doing the lie detector test. We can do this and it'll be really good.
Not speak with me so fast in English, okay?
Okay,
Slow.
so you've spoken to Christian and you've told him about us doing the lie detector test. So I'll leave it with you. Yes. You organise with him what day we do it and we'll get it all sorted, yeah? Okay? Yes. Perfect. Right, I'll speak to you soon and I'll let you know what day we'll do it, and I'll come over to Germany and I'll get it all set up with a proper person that does polygraph tests, and we'll do it all properly, and then that'll put an end to it, all right? I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, that'll blow people's mind because he's blatantly denies it in these videos, and you've offered him, listen, put it to bed then, put all the accusations to bed.
And he said, I will.
Yeah, and he says he would, so we'll obviously not put this podcast out until it's done. But if you see this podcast, then he's obviously declined it, and it raises more suspicion. Because
he's told me he's going to have this polygraph test, and he will only do it with me because he trusts me. He won't fucking trust me when this podcast comes out and he sees all the videos and finds out I've been filming him undercover for however long. But that lie detector test, once and for all, I said to him, why not do it? If you're that fucking innocent, just do the... And he said, I'll do it. I'll do it. So, watch your space.
Yeah, that would be mega, because if he was to do it and pass it, the sort of question marks would then pass on to the McCanns. But if it declines it, then the question marks are more onto him, that he is possibly the man who abducted Madeleine.
Yeah, well...
Because you've offered him the chance, the opportunity to clear his name, put it to bed. He says he would do it the last 2 weeks. He's kind of hesitating. So like I've said, if people watching or listening, if this is out and the test isn't done, then you know he's declined. But
you've seen the message on my phone.
Yeah, I've seen it. You sent me. Yeah,
I'll do the lie detector test. So that's my next job. That's what I'm doing. When we leave here, a couple of days, going to Germany, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking Christian Bruckner for a lie detector test that he's agreed to do.
What should people look into with all this? Because like you say, there's, like I've says, and interviewed so many people on it, there's so many question marks, but you've gave your sort of theory. But what should people really look into now that he's out, he's a suspect? And because a lot of people do blame the McCanns. Listen, the McCanns have got so much support as well, because when I post about it, it's 50-50 with hate. And
it's a disgrace that they've ever been accused with it. It's a disgrace that they were arrested. It was a disgrace they were asked for statements. It's an absolute joke, and it made my blood boil. And that's the only reason why I went to see this Christian Bruckner, to hunt him down. Everyone was trying to find him, right? There's no way the McCanns have got anything to do with the murder or disappearance or the death of Maddie. There is absolutely no way. And when I see all this shit on the internet, oh this, oh it was her, she did this and he did that and she's holding a teddy, absolute bullshit. It makes my fucking skin boil. And that is the problem with social media, with Facebook and all the rest of it. It just gives a platform to absolute fucking dickheads to say whatever the fuck they want without thinking about anyone's feelings, without thinking about any evidence, or without thinking about any truth. It's a fucking disgrace. You should close all this shit down, all these social media things.
do you think you would ever get a confession off him, or maybe a deathbed confession, someone to say, right, he's done it?
Well, do you know what? It's interesting you should say about a deathbed confession, because I set a company up, and it's a website. It goes live in a couple of weeks, and it's called secretsfromthegrave.com.
What's that?
Right, so secretsfromthegrave.com, it's a website where you can go on and upload a 5-minute video about whatever you want, yeah? And when that video's uploaded, it's totally encrypted. As soon as you press that button, it's encrypted. Even we can't see it. Nobody can see it. And then when you've uploaded your video, you put on there who you want the video to be sent to in the event of your death. Secretsfromthegrave.com. And the only time we will ever release that video to the people you wanted it released to is when we have a copy of your death certificate. So, anyone out there that's got any secrets, and they think they're going to die and take them to the grave with them, but they haven't got the bottle to tell them now, or they haven't got the bottle to say anything or whatever, secretsfromthegrave.com, upload your video, upload your secret's safe with us, gets encrypted, we don't even look at the video. The minute you die, when your subscriptions payments every month stop, we get a code from the bank, and it'll either be not enough money in the account or whatever, but if you've died, it will give us a code to say that account's been closed and your account's gone into probate. Once that happens, we then get a copy of your death certificate. Once you've got that death certificate, then we release the video that you've made in private, and we send it to whoever you want it to be sent to.
So you can send it to, say, your loved ones to say, listen, I love you, here's some information, there's maybe money planked here, or your best friend send it to him and say, listen, I shagged your mum one night, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or a murderer saying, I just want, in case people want to go to heaven, if people believe in heaven, to talk about, do you know what, I want to confess this, so I'll go with
or
clean...
I've committed like a massive crime years ago, and there's a guy still in prison who's done 20 years, and it was me. He shouldn't be locked up. Or... it could be anything, one of my family members has been abusing me for years and I've not had the bottle to say anything and it's haunted me all my life or whatever. Or it could simply be a little message where you go on there for 5 minutes, record a video, and it might be a lovely video to your family in case you die unexpectedly. And then once you're dead, it might be a nice little video to say, look, if you're watching this video, it means I'm not with you anymore. But I just wanted to tell you all I love you, and tell them a nice heartfelt family message. Imagine like one of your close relatives dies, and then a month after, you get this little video turns up. It says, oh.
I always thought you were a prick. Listen, that's an interesting idea, but it seems as if it could cause a lot of trouble as well, but then you can have a lot of beautiful memories. How are you feeling?
I mean, imagine if you get people like Michael Barrymore or, Russell Brand or people like that want to put secret messages on there. But the thing is as well, there's police officers, the lawyers, members of the military, politicians, anybody can put a message, but the guarantee is that when you upload that message, your video message, the guarantee is nobody will ever see it until you're dead.
How are you feeling today, Georgie boy?
Well, I was feeling all right, but I don't know, I'm fucking shaking. I've been feeling a bit anxious, like talking about all this shit about Christian Bruckner, because I'll tell you what, I went home after this job that I've done, and I was like, I couldn't sleep. I've been to see a counsellor last week. I've had 2 visits to a counsellor to talk to him because I felt really anxious and felt really dirty and felt really fucking horrible. And when a guy got out of my car the first day when I went back to the hotel, I sat in the bath for 2 hours and fucking scrubbed myself. Feeling really anxious, but I'll tell you something now. The German police and the British police, I think Christian Bruckner is about to get arrested, and I think he's going to stand trial for the abduction and murder of Madeleine McCann.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, I can understand why you've been struggling and why you've had to seek help, because this is phenomenal work, by the way. I take my hat off to you, because anybody I just interview, and sometimes it can be dark, but to go that deep undercover with one of the biggest suspected of the most unsolved case in the world, to be sitting with a paedophile, a rapist, all the accusations behind him, like to spend days with him, like it must be fucking draining. So I can understand it, but people have got to understand this isn't a joke. This isn't a joke. I'll tell you something people don't realise. This isn't a joke. This is journalism. Journalism. This is what it is. I've sat at my house and watched Christian Bruckner on the TV as a suspect
Anybody else could have done what I've done. They could have fucking spent 25 grand of their own money and gone to Germany 7 or 8 times over a couple of years and done what I've done. I've not done this for a job. I've done this because I want to fucking see that bastard hanging from a rope by his neck when they find out that he's murdered Madeleine, because I am convinced that he's done it. I have never been more convinced about anything in my entire life.
Yeah, for anybody watching and listening, just let me know in the comments what you think of this. But again, phenomenal journalism. You've got much more videos hopefully we can get to see to show people who this person is. But I think they've got enough to make their judgment. So yeah, let me know how you go. But I wish you nothing but the best, George. Keep up the amazing work. Anything I can do, you know where I am, brother.
Cheers, mate.